90 degrees at 2 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, Lauren Brooks, Taylor Dahl, and Tom McManus. This is
Helmets and Heels.
Helmets and Heels on 1010XL.
Well, we finally did something that the Rams didn't do, by the way. Sean McVay canceled their final minicamp practice. But the Jaguars are still practicing on Monday for OTAs.
Yeah.
We finally broke away from the Rams, y'all.
Well, I tell you what, they got initiated into some heat today. The sun was beating on them today. That was a little bit different than
beating on them, beating on us.
Than the past couple days.
Yeah.
You know, it was cloudy and like what felt like 70 yesterday. It wasn't that cool, but man,
got
today
a little
felt
cool rain yesterday.
Yeah. You saw a couple guys. They're
like, oh,
yeah,
we got another 10, 15 degrees, guys.
Yeah.
Like, get ready.
It wasn't as spunky. It was sparky. You know, it was still fine.
There
they were
weren't
fine.
fans. I feel like the way I would have scheduled it is mini camp without fans, and then mini camp with fans to kind of end the week with that high. But because you go from having fans yesterday to no fans today, and it was so hot and humid, I'm sure the fans were glad they were not.
Oh yeah,
today.
for sure.
But that's why it did feel like it was missing a little bit of spunk. But we are live here. Speaking of spunk, we're live here at Lynch's Irish Pub in Jacks Beach.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, absolutely. World Cup kicks off at 3 o'clock. We will be here for that, so come on by and hang out. Obviously, Mexico and South Africa are the ones to begin this whole thing, and the United States will play tomorrow night. But we also have to give a shout out to Trevor Lawrence. Congrats to Trevor and his wife, Marissa.
There you go.
Having a little
baby boy.
That's right.
Number 2.
Baby boy, and that means Shay will be a big sister. That's
so
right,
sweet.
RJ. Round
That's
of applause.
beautiful.
Yeah, Marissa posted yesterday. I feel like if you follow her on Instagram, you can kind of
You started seeing
tell.
some hints. Yeah.
Yeah, that might be brewing, but yeah, it's exciting, and I'm sure now the team is calculating exactly when the baby's going to be born versus where they're going to be in the season.
Yeah, that's what it starts doing. The math starts happening.
Yeah, exactly.
This how many weeks in? Okay, can we
Well, 'cause
plan
last
this for
time-
week 17, week 18?
She was due January, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, what if we're like mid playoff run and Shay's born and it's this whole thing?" Instead, Trevor hurt his arm, and we weren't. So hopefully that's not a repeat.
That's so funny. That when Christina had Harley, she's a little bit older. You know, maybe not even one yet. And we're taking her for a walk. We're over in Mobile, and Russell, her cousin, who's the oldest, he's like, "So Harley was born in September." He goes, "Wait a minute, you guys stayed in my room Christmas Eve, I think." And we looked at each other like, "Yeah, I think we did." He's like, "That adds up." We changed the subject right away. He was smart kid. He went back
he was really doing the math.
Yeah, he did. He did the math right away. But congratulations to them, man. That's awesome.
Exciting.
Awesome news.
It is for sure. And also
more Jags fans.
Yes. Speaking of Jags fans, Jim Morgan, who's a huge Helmets and Heels fan, he emails us all the time. His parents' 60th wedding anniversary is today.
Whoa.
Oh, happy
60th
anniversary.
wedding anniversary. Absolutely.
Awesome.
So shout out
a
to
long time.
Carol and Norman. My grandparents got to celebrate their 60th years ago now, but just before my grandmother passed away, and it was like, this is such a monumental accomplishment.
Yeah.
It really
my
is.
God.
60 years. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the experiences you have in those 60 years, that also makes me extra sad because it's like your 60 years of your life was with that person, and then it's always sad, but that amount of time and then not having them, like when they do, because my great grandparents were married for 55 years, and when my grandpa passed, my grandma was, I mean, she was never drove a car. She didn't know how to drive a car. She didn't know how to do anything because it was just that's how it was.
Flutie's parents died that way. The mother died like later that night. They say from a broken heart.
Yeah, broken heart.
Like literally.
I know other people that
unbelievable.
they have a similar story to that.
Yeah, Doug and Darren's mom and dad. Like the dad went, and then literally 6 hours, 8 hours later, the mother had passed.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
I mean, it can certainly happen. That's for sure.
Of course. Go watch a Notebook.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be made by Christina. Yeah, it's going to be reversed. She's going to be making sure I understand what's what. She'll be reading me the story.
Don't spoil the Notebook.
Around.
Yeah, don't tell people.
All right, to Jaguars mandatory minicamp we go. Patrick Young will join us a little bit later in the show, and so we'll talk a ton of NBA Finals a little bit later. But yeah, mandatory minicamp today. Outside of the heat, I would say it was a good practice, not like we said as spirited as the last couple days, But I feel like the team did accomplish a lot, tons of individual drills.
Yeah.
And certain guys do stand out even individual drills today.
Yeah, and some team. Like
And some
Muhammad
team.
made some plays.
Again.
But Durfee's got a rush. I want to see him in pads, but
Yeah.
he's got an interesting rush. I mean, look, if you look at that first red zone drill yesterday, the defense won. Today, the offense clearly won, and Campanelli was not happy.
Yeah.
And they were getting beat on one-on-ones. It wasn't like scheme where they rubbed or anything like that. It was just covering a guy and the guy making a move. And a couple guys got shook. Trammell shook
He
a
did.
couple guys
Yeah.
in their shoes and got open for
Trammell
scores.
looks good today.
Yeah.
Tanner Koziel against.
Koziel.
Yeah, I've seen him quite a bit.
Let me
Yeah.
mention too, Nate Borkature was not out there, so
Yeah.
we're not
Yeah, right.
comparing
No,
Koziel
no,
to
he
Borkature
just called
today.
it
He just
like you
wasn't
see
out
it.
there.
I mean, he's a weapon.
Yeah, I saw Koziel a few times yesterday too. He's
Yeah.
definitely been one of the ones that I've noticed quite a bit with just
No doubt.
popping out.
His height stands out
Yeah.
too. Like it's so easy.
Hands.
Yeah.
Hits him in the hands. He's got it. No problem. It seems
Just
so
looks
far.
smooth too.
does.
Bigger guy, but runs smooth. And when you
Yep.
see a big guy run and catch that good and run that smooth,
Yeah.
your eyes automatically are like, "Oh, like
Yep.
this could be kind of fun."
No
yeah,
doubt.
and I think Brian Thomas Jr. I saw one ball that maybe he could have caught today. It was a deep pass that he
Yeah.
didn't, and so that was honestly such a surprise. Again, completely different than a year ago.
Yeah. He was running weird at the end. Not like
Well, he
that
got
way,
up
but it felt like he
slowly
was
at
a little-
one point in
little
team,
slower.
and I was on high alert.
Yeah.
And then I saw him get up, and then he walked over to the sideline, and he kind of jogged in place, and I was like, all right, he's
Yeah.
good. And then he did come back in. But,
Yeah.
I mean, at this point in time, you certainly don't have to worry about
Yeah.
anything.
That's right. That's right. Now they've got.
Unless we
well,
don't
they
see
got-
him on Monday. Then we'll worry.
Yeah. So what do they have? They do. The rookies have all next week, I think, and then the vets do have to come back for Monday.
That's, yes.
Wow.
The passing attack
the
is what they're going to
mandatory's Monday,
focus on.
Wow.
And so mandatory
Okay.
minicamp ended today.
Yeah.
So another OTA is Monday. And then they'll have
Interesting.
other days, but the only day we're allowed out next week is
Yeah.
Monday. But yeah, Liam told everyone yesterday they are going to focus a ton on the passing attack and also, as far as the defense is concerned,
Yep.
pass rush.
Yeah,
That's what we'll
good.
be looking for. Yeah.
Okay.
It was funny. I was talking
Why
to
not?
several people out there as we were just watching, and a group of us was talking about the pass rush, which we've had that conversation a
Yeah,
lot, and what
yep.
it's going to look like. You just talked about you want to see Durfee with the pads
Yeah.
on, maybe do that a
He's
little
got
bit too.
something.
We've all talked about wanting to see Gardeck go after the quarterback, some of those guys, and then obviously the conversations around a BJ Green and a Strigow and those guys. So every single person I asked, I was like, if I were to ask you right now what the third pass rusher, as in the amount of sacks or just kind of wreaking
Who
the
will it
havoc
be?
up front, every single person named someone different of like the six that I asked. So
It's like a
it'll
receiver
be an
question.
interesting conversation
Yeah.
going through this camp of what that looks like at the end of training camp heading into the season of who people, because I've heard a lot of BJ Green for a while, but then
Yep.
there was some Strigow answers today. And so that conversation I think is a cool one that we're going to continue to have, but you also need to see it this year. We've had that conversation now for years where
Right.
it's like, all right, you need another guy that's able to get to the quarterback, and you have some
Yeah,
options,
for
but you need
sure.
to see it.
Well, and not only that, I mean, look, you can have an opinion of guys right now, and it could be totally different
Yeah.
come camp. 2 weeks into camp, you're like, where'd he
Never
go?
mind,
Like,
yeah.
he's not as effective as he was, or not making. And for the record, like it's not rocket science. It's like when you're watching a game, guys stand out.
Yeah.
They make plays. You're just like, oh, he made a play. Oh, Muhammad made another play.
Yeah.
How many days in a row has that number 37 been making plays?
And it's fun to see the guys go nuts every
Yeah.
time Muhammad does.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
you know that they understand he wasn't a draft pick, right?
No,
So
right.
he is working
He's fighting.
really hard to make this
No
team.
doubt.
And so it's fun to see that. And I think this team has really good camaraderie that's carried over
Yeah.
from last year, too.
But you said that. So I forget the DB. He was a DB I didn't know. He got beat on in one of those red zone touchdowns. Where it's 1-on-1. The guy shook. I think it was Braylow. No,
Brayboy. Chandler
Bray
yeah,
Boy, yeah.
Chandler Brayboy. Yeah, he beat him, and Muhammad went right over to that young kid and said something to him. Like, I don't know what he said, but probably just
Yeah,
gave
keep
a little
your head
tip.
up and-
yeah.
yeah.
Something like that. Everyone gets beat or whatnot.
Switch
so
your
that's
hips.
that's
Yeah.
a good thing. That's
Well,
a good
and
thing.
I do think, he's also in prime opportunity right now to prove something because you're missing a couple corners due to injury. So
Yeah.
if you get your shot out there, right now he's taking advantage of that big time.
Absolutely.
right.
What if it ended up being Buster Brown and Jabbar Muhammad are the starting outside corners because he plays so well, and then Travis Hunter is more of a full-time wide receiver, comes in and,
Yeah.
like we talked
They're
about
more
last
comfortable
year.
doing more
yeah,
on the offensive
situational
side.
downs. And again, it's very early,
Oh,
but it
totally.
is impossible to go to practice
Yeah.
the last few that we've been to and not see number 37
Yeah,
touch.
he's making plays.
Yeah, touch the
big
ball.
time. And then I saw Ransaw made a nice play. He dropped the pick. It was from
Yeah.
Trevor.
Yeah.
Great play on the ball. I think he jumped the route or whatever.
I think
but
he looks
he just missed it.
100%
He's fast.
healthy, which is great.
Did
Yeah,
you see him come
he
off
does.
the edge? Was it 2 days ago? The blitz.
I did not, but
Or
I
a day
love
ago?
that.
Man,
Love that.
flying. Like if he times that up, no one's gonna get to him. He's so fast. That's one thing you notice, his speed. You got a lot of 4.44. You can see it on the field.
Sure,
I mean,
but
they
it's
are
going to
very
be
athletic.
hard to beat out. Caleb Brunsol's going to be very difficult to beat out either Antonio Johnson or Eric Murray. Because Murray has that veteran experience, obviously communicates extraordinarily well, and Ransaw's never played a snap in the NFL and never played safety, obviously, in the NFL.
No, he hasn't, but think of that 3 safety set.
Yeah.
He can be that rover nickel, heavy nickel that he played at Tulane. I mean, he played a little bit of corner, and then he played that, I don't know what, rover, strong safety, that kind of thing. But
Third safety works.
could cover, obviously, with a 4.340. That guy can run, can cover, and that type of thing. So I think if that's a great position to be in. And on top of that, if someone gets hurt, you could drop him in there, or even if he is the backup in base per se, he might not be the backup when they go that 3 big set, or even big nickel. Doesn't have to just be the 3, safeties.
Sure.
Could be big nickel. We want to beef up against the run. Put in Caleb. He can play the nickel slot and then play the run and blitz. I mean, that
They've
guy's
got a lot of options.
He's
for
a
that.
weapon.
Yeah, for
There's
that
a lot of
weapon.
versatility
You've got,
back there.
You've obviously got Jordan Lewis and Jarian Jones, who've played a lot of nickel. You've got Jalen Husky, who they drafted as well.
Yep.
So it feels like the secondary is so much better than it was to finish the season.
Faster for sure.
Faster, you're right.
They do. They look
can't
fast.
certainly tell that yet.
Yep.
Does Lynch's sell Jello shots, Taylor?
They have
I'm
at
sure
certain
they
periods
have.
of time. I've definitely had some here. I know during events like this, there are Jello shots a lot. So.
Well, if Lynch's doesn't, I know a place that does.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rocco's in Omaha, Nebraska.
Wow.
The College World Series Jello Shot Challenge will begin, I believe, at 3 p.m. today, but I saw they had someone drive overnight for Ole Miss to try and already get
Get ahead of it.
Yes, they are going to, I feel like, set some records this year. So we will talk to the owner of Rocco's, Kevin Kiljat, when we return and talk some College World Series baseball live here from Lynch's for the World Cup kickoff at 3 p.m. It's 10 to XL 92.5 FM.
When did you learn the salute? Right over left. Arms locked at the elbows. Till it burned in our joints and in our hearts.
1010XL, home of the Gators.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Hacker here for Cornerstone Interior Solutions. If your AC is working overtime every summer, your insulation may be the problem. Homeowners and builders across Northeast Florida are calling Cornerstone to upgrade to spray foam insulation. It seals homes, crawl spaces, garages, blocking in cool air and blocking out heat. So your home stays cooler, your system runs easier, and your energy bills stay under control. Don't wait for peak heat. Visit CornerstoneInteriorSolutions.com.
Hey, I know how awful it is to get injured out there, but never due to someone else's negligence like many of you. Tom McManus here. If this speaks to you directly, check out Morgan & Morgan, the largest personal injury law firm in the nation. Over 1,000 lawyers, 100 offices across the nation, and over $30 billion recovered for all their clients. And guess what? They don't get a single dime unless you do. A proven track record with backup. Yeah, I know it's hard to find these days, but not with Morgan & Morgan. For the people, that's right. Get injured due to someone's neglect. Get paid. Dial pound law on your cell or check out forthepeople.com.
It's Gator passion on display when Patrick Young brings power forward intensity to the drill.
Patrick Young, a rip and a run.
Fast breaks and clutch shots with Dan and Jeff. Friday mornings at 8:30, tipped off by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists and Kuhn Flowers.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative, here to share with you an actual client review.
Dude, these shirts are sick.
Check out the shirts and other sick promo items at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
Credit card interest rates are now over 29%. Most people are only making the minimum payments, so they're getting nowhere. Hey, Prosser here, but here's what many homeowners don't realize. Using the equity in your home, you can easily access hundreds of thousands in cash. With Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan, you can pay off your credit card, your existing HELOC, your car loans, or get money for that home improvement project. One client just got $100,000 approved and saved over $1,500 a month. Here's the best part. With Loan Pronto, you can do it all from your phone. With zero out-of-pocket, no hard credit pull up front, no appraisal, no long, drawn-out bank process, and no touching your first mortgage. Rates are at a near 3-year low. Act now. Go to loanpronto.com. See how much you can get in about 60 seconds. Loan Pronto, 2,800 5-star Google reviews. Call 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
College football isn't just a season, it's a sisterhood. Bold Ladies is the women's membership group of the TaxSlayer Gator Bowl, where community, connection, and college football come together. This is Stacy from 1010XL, and I enjoy my membership. From exclusive events to networking, philanthropy, and unforgettable game day experiences, Bold Ladies is where women make an impact. Visit TaxSlayerGatorBowl.com and join today.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Instant Keys saves the day if you have lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call 722-1111.
Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Got a dent or a scratch that needs fixing? San Jose Collision in Mandarin offers expert auto body repair and works with all insurance. Family owned and locally trusted. San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Not everyone is built for a cubicle. At Local 234, apprentices get paid to learn hands-on skills like plumbing, pipe fitting, HVAC, the stuff Jacksonville runs on. No endless lectures, no massive student debt, just hands-on training, real jobs, and real pay. This is how you level up, by doing work that actually matters. Check them out at UA234.com. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Local 234. Make the right connection.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Here's another call on the 1010XL hotline, driven by Key Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
Welcome back to Helmets and Heels live here from Lynch's Irish Pub in Jacksonville Beach ahead of the World Cup kicking off at 3 p.m. But something else gets underway this week as well. That would be the Men's College World Series that begins tomorrow in Omaha, Nebraska. Fun fact, my grandmother lived in Omaha, Nebraska most of her life after coming over from Ireland.
Okay.
Yep. So
Cool.
I have been to Omaha, just never for the College World Series. Another fun fact, when we were in Las Vegas last year, we got to meet the owner of Rocco's in Omaha, Nebraska, Kevin Colgett, and he joins us now.
How's it going, guys?
We are doing fantastic things. How are
Great.
you?
You know, doing well. So the start of a long week, but we're excited and things are going good. So
Yeah, I think it's super busy for you right now, but we were just talking off air. We need to know, are all the Jello shots vodka, and actually how many of the Jello shots get consumed every day, Kevin?
So on an average day, anywhere between probably 10 or 15,000 get consumed. That's probably our average. We hold 14,000 in our coolers behind the shot bar. We built a 24-foot shot bar just for the event in the party room, and then we got another 14,000 chilling in some coolers. So we could do 28 if we had to.
Wow. That sounds like a place I need to be hanging out, honestly. Kevin, so we met you out in Las Vegas at Circa Resort and Casino. I saw your hat, and I was like, oh, have you been to Rocco's? And you're like, well, funny story. So the conversation then began with this Jello shots. We all see it on Twitter now, social media at this point in time, the tracker of the teams and who's winning, and it's fun to follow along in that sense. But the story of how it all started was really cool to me. So can you share that, just the beginning of making the Jello shots, it becoming this contest between the teams, and then how big it's grown now?
Yeah, so it was, it's purely accidental. I'm not going to tell you I'm a Jello genius, but when I took the location next door, I built Lefty's, which is right next door to Rocco's, and then the pizza place next door to me went under. And then when I took that over, one of the managers who was there at the time used to make he called them rally shots in bottles with team colors. And so he said, "Listen, do you care if we continue that?" And I said, "Well, that's fine, but I don't want to do, it's a lot of work to make shots individually." I go, "I can get us some colored Jell-O. We'll put them up on a shelf, and we'll do that." So that went on for a couple years. I mean, and we do 500, 1,000 during the whole World Series, no big deal. And in the year that Arkansas was here, there was a gentleman that was buying 50 shots at a time and tipping the bartenders $100. So the bartenders just kind of kept track on a napkin because they wanted to know how many that he consumed. So when we get to the end of the series, the guy bought 860 shots, and we kind of thought that was fun, and it was no big deal. So the following year, the old format here in Omaha used to be you played all week, and then for whatever reason you didn't play Saturday, Sunday, then you played Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I had a couple teams coming into town, obviously one of them being Mississippi State, and I thought, well, let's have some fun. So I just literally printed up a flyer, stuck it up in the bathroom, and I said, "Hey, there's a Jell-O shot record by Arkansas if anybody wants to go after it." 2,800 shots later, I'm like, well, we might be onto something here. So the following year, I told my wife that I'm going to go spend $40 on a plaque. I'm going to say, hey, whoever wins the Jell-O shot competition, put their name on this plaque. And I ordered up like 6,000 Jell-O shots. I'm like, we get lucky here. This could kind of go. So the very first morning game just happens to be Arkansas, and they rented out the party room, and they show up and they drink 3,000 Jell-O shots in about 3.5 hours. So next up is Mississippi, and Ole Miss has a record. Arkansas has already drank 3,000, so they drink 4,000. So I'm out of Jell-O two games into the series. The company that was selling it to me at the time, their website crashes 3 times. It was kind of a basic nightmare. So we're trying to get Jell-O from everywhere, and this thing sort of takes on a life of its own. Well, then social media, which, is a blessing and a curse, they kind of catch up to it, and they're like, this guy's, making these shots in his basement for 15 cents, and he's selling them for $5, and he's ripping off the customer, and which was obviously not what I was doing. And it's something that I didn't want to happen. I mean, I'm just sell Jell-O for fun. I sell pizza and beer to make money. So yeah. I went home that night about 3:00, and I'm talking. I'm like, what am I going to do? I got to give this back. Do I give back to the teams? Do I give back to the school? So I got on the website at Arkansas, and their food bank down there in Arkansas, is a great place. It's the Gebhardt Food Bank down there. And when I was reading about it, the thing that struck me the most, and we were just coming off of COVID when I almost lost both my businesses, and they said that 49% of the people that used the food bank at the University of Arkansas were actually employees of the school. Because you forget that, those people, the kids went home, but those people lost their jobs. Mm-hmm. So, I woke my wife up and I said, honey, here's what we're going to do. Let's do this. We're going to donate this back to the schools this week, and we'll donate to their food banks, and I'm going to do it for every shot they buy from here on out. And so that's kind of how it started. So then the following year I said, well, let's just donate to all 8 schools. Whoever comes here, if you buy 1 shot or 10,000 shots, I'm going to donate to your school. And then we also kick back 50 cents from every shot locally. So we find a couple charities in Omaha every year that, do a good job, and we donate that money back too. And then, of course, after that, LSU shows up and drinks 68,000 shots, and then this thing kind of goes off the rails. So it's been a wonderful thing. It's been fun. In 4 years, we've managed to donate over $500,000, which I'm pretty proud of. And people enjoy it, and they get into it. I had a line. I was here about 5:30 loading in beer today, and they were lining up about 7 a.m. because they knew we opened at 9 to be the first ones in to buy the Jell-O. So it's kind of taken on a life of its own.
Kevin, great to have you on. What a great story, man. So I think I figured it out. There's no liquor in these shots, right? Are we talking? Because 68,000, that's a lot of liquor to be drinking. I don't care how many people we're talking about.
Well, and it's a lot. Now, when you're buying, you're only allowed to buy X amount. If you buy more than that, I can't obviously give out. I have guys come up want to buy 1,000 shots. I'm like, hey, that's great, but I can only give you 100 at a time every 3 hours because the liquor, the liquor guys be all over me.
Okay.
So there you go. The heavy hitters know what they're getting into. So, but there's actually, in my opinion, there's too much liquor.
That's normally the case in those things. Is it vodka all the time, or do you mix it up? What do you use normally?
They mix them up. So the company that does it for us is Jot Shots, and they decide on the flavors. This year we're red, white, and blue. They've got some awesome packaging for it, and they decide on the flavors. I let them do pretty much what they want. So I think we've got a cherry this year, and I don't even know what we've got, to be honest. Isn't that terrible? But they do a good job. I know they dropped off 140,000 of them last week, and that made me happy. So we're good to go.
Yeah, this whole time
Awesome.
I thought you and your family were making all these Jello
Just back there
shots for-
working hard.
Yeah, for like 24 hours a day leading up to the College World Series. I was like, you guys, that's so many Jello shots. But I'm so glad there's an actual company that does this for you, Kevin.
Yeah, well, 4 years ago, we had a company out of Nashville that wanted to make them on site, and I tried to warn them, and they ended up working like 18 hours a day to keep up, and obviously they've never come back. So
They tapped out.
Yeah.
they absolutely tapped out.
Kevin, one of the cool things that we've seen, obviously, you talked about the growth in social media and how it's expanded from there, but now we've seen like Paul Skeens coming back and visiting Rocco's and buying Jello shots this year. Our guess is because West Virginia will be there, we may be seeing a guy named Pat McAfee buy quite a few shots there. Are you expecting that?
You know, you don't ever expect anything, but I'm going to guess if West Virginia's rolling. My bar is full of West Virginia people right now, so I would guess Mr. McAfee will wander across the street and purchase a shot or two. But yeah, it's fun. It's again, it's kind of hard because it's really crowded here, and to try to get these people in and out. But it's nice. I mean, we've had everybody from Peyton Manning to whoever. So it depends on what team's in town, and most guys will stop in. At least they want to see it, and be a part of it, and buy a little bit of Jello and take a photo. It's just like everybody else. So it's nice to have that, and it keeps the fan base happy.
Kevin, I see where the food banks that you guys do help out. It's the winning school's hometown and to the Omaha food bank as well. You split it up a little bit. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's kind of fun for my wife and I. So we do locally, we do something different every year. We pick different ones, and we don't ever tell them. We just write a big ass check and send it to them. And
cool.
And it's kind of like you feel like Santa Claus sort of. So we get a lot of good response. We change it every year. We never give back to the same place because there's a lot of good people in Omaha and Council Bluffs that do a lot of good things for people with food insecurity. So we try to spread that money around as much as possible. But yeah, I think last year we had 3 locations. We were able to give each one of them $12,000 each, and a location in Council Bluffs as well, which is right across the river. So it's good, and you don't realize how hard those people work. It's pretty amazing what they do, and most of them are volunteers, and it's a good experience. We went down to they invited us down to LSU last year, and the lady that was there told us when we got there were 200 people in line on a Saturday to get food, and she told us that the money we donated down there was pretty much their only funding for the year. So they were,
wow.
It was. I tell you, it's a humbling experience. You write the check and you mail. It's one thing, but when you're standing there watching it in action, it was really cool. Really cool.
That's great.
Kevin Colgett with us, owner of Rocco's in Omaha, Nebraska, the home of the College World Series Jello Shot Challenge. And as we've now uncovered, it's a good thing to buy Jello shots.
Yes.
That they give back. We would love to buy some if we could from here in Jacksonville, Kevin. But I did see that the ESPN power poll as far as their rankings for which team they think is going to win, or at least Peter Burns' idea.
We now have betting odds on the Jello shots.
He has Georgia as the favorite, just ahead of West Virginia, then Ole Miss, then Texas, Alabama, North Carolina, Oklahoma, finally Troy. I feel like don't sleep on Troy just because they were able to get to the College World Series after going through Florida and then obviously Little Rock. But which team do you think will win the College World Series Jello Shot Challenge? Do you back West Virginia because of Pat McAfee?
No, we don't pick a favorite ever, but the thing is to win the Jello Shot Challenge, you got to pretty much win the College World Series because it's a long grind. So you're talking if you lose your first 2, you're out of here in 3 days. Where if you go to the finals, your fans are here for 12 buying Jello. So I know what Ole Miss is capable of. I've heard what Mississippi can probably do. I don't know how well Georgia will travel or if they'll spend some money, but it'll be fun to see. But we'll kind of have a better idea come Monday when the first 4 or 5 games get played. Who's going to have a shot at this?
Yeah, for people who don't know, we've got West Virginia versus Troy tomorrow at 2, North Carolina versus Ole Miss tomorrow night at 7, at 3 p.m. on Saturday, Alabama versus Oklahoma, and then at 4 p.m. at 8 p.m. Game 4, Georgia versus Texas. That's the only game featuring 2 ranked teams or seeded teams going into that, so that's interesting. But yeah, Georgia and North Carolina, I would think might be the 2 teams left standing after all is said and done. Unfortunately for me.
Yeah, could be. Hey, I'd like to know real quick, who's throughout this experience, which fans have been the most rowdy just inside your bar?
LSU.
LSU is Is it clearly LSU because they grabbed all the shots? But who's the most unruly or rowdy? Would you say?
You know, we've had some good. I don't know if you call it rowdy. So my favorite thing during the College World Series is the rain delay because that means they got nothing to do but hang out at the bar.
Bye, Jello.
those are the two most beautiful words in the world. But I had a 6-hour Oklahoma State rain delay one time, and I actually had young ladies that were we give away free peanuts that were making peanut shell angels on the floor. So that was a little unique. And the LSU guys, you know. 95% of them are really great. 5% of them are nuts. So, you know, if you're dealing with too many of the 5%ers, you're good. But, you know, for the most part, I mean, it's a pretty ruly crowd. People just kind of have a good time. I think the most fun was when Texas A&M and Tennessee went at it 2 years ago. Those guys were it was an everyday battle. The shot bar changed. And then when they played each other in the finals, the bar was full, and they were all singing songs together and having a great time. So it's usually a pretty fun time here at Rocket.
Well, we will certainly follow along, and people can follow along on social as well, right, Kevin?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but I've got some people that do, and they do a pretty good job.
I can tell everybody on Twitter it is at CWS Shot Board. So you can just search CWS Jello Shot Challenge, and then it's the actual Twitter handle at CWS Shot Board. So there you have it, at least on Twitter. But Kevin, we know you've got a lot to do, lots more shots to sell. We thank you so much, and we will be following along.
Well, absolutely. Listen, I appreciate the time, and call me anytime you want an update, and I'll be glad to oblige.
Oh, we will be dialing your number.
Cool.
You got
Heck
that.
yeah.
And by the way, on their website, you can buy official Jello Shot Challenge T-shirts too.
Okay,
Perfect.
cool.
Awesome.
Cool.
But Kevin, good luck and enjoy.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
That was
Thank
great.
you so much.
So cool.
68,000. Really, it was almost 69,000 because it was 68,888.
Yeah.
Jello shots for.
That's why I was like,
Louisiana
okay, at
State.
first I'm like, it's got to be liquor. And then I'm reading some
You're
stuff.
like,
I'm
that much?
could that be liquor? And then you find out it's liquor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's cool. We've talked a lot here about when turning something into something even more meaningful.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think it's really cool how he was like, hey, this is just, it started as just fun. Like, hey, this is kind of funny and people are buying Jello shots and it's a good time. And then all of a sudden, how can you turn this into something to helping other people?
Yep.
And I love seeing that turn when people are like, let's make this a positive thing.
Yeah.
It's fun and you're helping.
In the NFL, if the Elite Eight, so to speak, the last 8 teams standing, if they had a Jello Shot Challenge,
It'd be
and the
so much
Jaguars
fun.
were in it,
Oh,
we
yeah.
would win.
Oh, teal shots all day. Let's go.
We would
I
absolutely
bet you we would, and I would imagine the Bills Mafia would be close second. 'Cause those people are crazy.
Yeah, well, hopefully they're not in the
I've
Elite
seen them in action.
Absolutely.
They're crazy.
By the way, just for reference, so the championship weekend, the championship series for the College World Series will be not this weekend, obviously, but next weekend. So in theory, the tournament starts tomorrow. So 10 days from then is how long they have in
Wow.
order to purchase Jello shots. So yeah, super
Unbelievable.
cool stuff. We've got more to do on the other side, including some Patrick Mahomes news. So don't go anywhere. We are live here from Lynch's in Jacks Beach at Centon XL 92.5 FM.
Key Buick GMC, proudly family owned and operated since 1943. Come see why we are North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on South Side and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. KeyBuickGMC.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Hey friends, Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Have you ever stored a gallon of leftover paint, opened the can years later, and it's rusty, crusty, and unusable? Next time, secure the lid tightly to ensure no leaks and store the can upside down. Oxygen can't get to it, therefore no rust and no crust. If you'd like more tips or have a question about a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance painting.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental. With light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Good people drink good beer, and great people drink Mokama, a refined craft brewery out of Fernandina Beach, Florida. Mokama Beer Company brings sophisticated flagship beers, including Cosmico IPA and Dune Garden Lager, to the greater Jacksonville area. Whether you're hitting the water with friends or enjoying a backyard barbecue, Mokama has the perfect fare for your summer activities. Look for us wherever great beers are sold and find your Mokama.
Jacksonville, this is your club. Sporting Jacks is proudly representing the First Coast in the USL Championship, bringing professional soccer and unforgettable match day experience to Hodges Stadium. Feel the energy of professional soccer as Sporting Jacks continues to build something special on the First Coast. Join us as Sporting Jacks continues its historic inaugural season. Get tickets today at sportingjacks.com or call 904-863-KICK. Pro Soccer, Pro Jacks.
This is David Garrard, and as a former quarterback in the NFL, I used to take a lot of knee punishment from defensive linemen. But with the PRP treatment at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, my knee problems are well behind me.
This is Patrick Malarkey. My friend Jeannie recently had hip replacement surgery at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and she's doing really well. My experience at Southeast Orthopedic has been nothing short of exceptional.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Are your kids ready to play this summer? Come check out the Y. Summer is a time for kids to explore new things and expand the limits of their imagination. At the Y, summer camps every day is a new adventure. Kids can learn about STEM, arts and humanities, athletic sports, outdoor games, and more. Registration is now open, but space is limited, and spots are filling up quickly. Learn more and find your adventure at fcymca.org. Search Summer Day Camp.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Welcome back to Helmets and Heels live here at Lynch's Irish Pub in Jacksonville Beach, FLA. So fun getting to say hello to lots of our friends that are stopping on by. And of course, the official kickoff to the 2026 World Cup begins at 3 p.m. today, 25 minutes away from now. Mexico v. South Africa. And look, Taylor, as we well know, this place is always going to be packed. The United States place. It's also going to be packed for pretty much every game
yeah.
of the World Cup.
Yeah, I said that when we were doing crosstalk a minute. Like, this place gets wild when, I mean, even a normal
Sunday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's 9 a.m. People are drinking their beers, watching the game. That's just kind of how this place is. It'll be so much fun. And I was talking about it. They have the big screen above the stage that they'll pull down. So there's a massive screen over there with the game on. Obviously, a ton of other TVs. They'll have the sound on full blast. They have all sorts of drink specials, food specials. It's to the point we were talking to Keith, and he told us that it's going to be like reservations at certain points for tables to even get in tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So if you're heading here, make sure you plan that ahead because it is going to be slammed, but it's a blast.
Yeah. And if you can't get in, you come back because this place is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was telling Taylor, I've been coming here since 1995.
Yeah.
It was such a great place then. It's a great place now. So many memories out of here. It was great. So you see the far bar. That used to be a pool table, and there was a wall there. So we'd come here on Monday nights, meaning like me and Boyer, Ty Hallett, guys like that, Jeff Kopp, you see out of practice, come up here and shoot pool. Nobody would be up here. Well, then word got out that we were up here. Next thing you know, this place is jamming on a Monday night. Like Hardy's showing up. We're having a great, just a blast because we had Tuesdays off, right?
Yeah, they
so
still
then
do.
Got to, know all the owners and the managers, and they're just great people. Hit it off right away. And for the record, most Irish pub people are pretty badass.
Irish pubs are my favorite.
Yeah, they're the best. They're the best. They always have good food. Typically, it's great service, and they're friendly people. But the best was when we beat Denver in the playoff game. Came home at 2:30 in the morning. I called Desmond, who was the GM at the time here, and he opened up Lynch's. And my mother Joan came, and we stayed here, and literally when we stepped outside the doors, the sun hit us, and we were like,
yeah, it does.
Whoa.
Surprise.
It was unbelievable. So we come back from Denver, beat Denver, celebrate at the thing. Everyone's like, well, we got to go out. We're all jacked up. I'm like, hey, Des. He's like, come on, bring everybody. I'm like, all right. We were here forever.
I love that. That would have been like in
awesome.
2017 when the Jags were welcomed back from Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah.
And
Going
down to the
all right,
stadium.
now everyone go to to Lynch's.
Yeah,
which
heck yeah.
I'm pretty sure I was here at that point in time.
It's the best.
But yeah, so Brian and I were talking about this last night. You've been coming since 1995. I've been
Yep.
coming since 2004 when I turned 21, and you've been
I've been coming since 2011.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we've got it all covered.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was
That's
just
awesome.
thinking about that because I spent one of our friends, Ben Hardy, just walked up. He plays the drums for Who Rescued Who, and we love them.
Yep.
I saw on my 21st birthday Who Rescued Who play at Lynch's Irish Pub on my 21st birthday, and then I've spent every birthday other than one here since then.
Oh, really?
So
All
it's
right.
kind of funny
Yeah,
because it's been a place
The one
that
when we
to
were in
me meant a
Vegas?
lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were in Vegas, but even that we did celebrate here still. It wasn't on my birthday because we were in Vegas,
Yeah.
but I still was like, I have to go to Lynch's for
Yeah,
that.
no doubt.
But it's truly one of my favorite places in town, and Ben Hardy's very excited.
We
that
like
just
Who
talked
Rescued Who, man. Just saying for the record. We all
Who
love it.
Rescued Who. Yeah, even so we had an intimate wedding, right? Like super
Yeah,
small
yeah, yeah.
wedding. Our friends threw us a wedding celebration in
Yeah.
this little bag
Oh,
right here.
yeah, that's-
Decorated it.
see,
It was amazing.
It's iconic,
It
man.
really is. All
It's
right.
iconic.
They used to have all the dollar bills up on
I
the
know.
ceiling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
those though had to come down. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
The Chiefs reworked Patrick Mahomes' deal. Speaking of, unfortunately for us, iconic. He is now. We just talked about this on Tuesday when you were off, Taylor. We went through the quarterback salaries again to see just exactly how many guys are over $50 million.
Yep.
And there's a much closer group of guys in the quarterback salary as far as the list is concerned versus like the edge rushers. You've got the top end, and then there's
Yeah.
a much larger
Yeah.
gap, right? So now Patrick Mahomes, he went from $45 million per year, which was like 15th,
Yep.
to now, of course, number one in all the NFL top paid guys, $64 million a year. He was already signed to a 10-year deal for $450 million.
Yeah.
Now he's going to be signed through 2033
Yeah.
with over $500 million in this new rework deal. Pretty
Yeah.
good to be Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, earned at this point.
Yeah.
You have multiple Super Bowls, and you're coming off a season where you don't make the postseason, but you get injured. And I think very quickly they realized,
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes means a lot to this team. Through we kind of have criticized once they traded away Tyreek Hill. They haven't really had any consistency when it comes to pass catchers or being able to run the ball or even their offensive line, and they still win. And it's so much to do with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, a big part of that too.
Yep.
But I just think that there's a big realization when you figure out how quickly a team can drop off if your quarterback's not out there. So maybe that was a little
Yep.
sign. I remember we had the spot track guy on, I don't know, this was, I think right after Patrick Mahomes got his contract, the first one. And he was like, you're never going to see another Patrick Mahomes contract because the way that it's dealt. And he kind of explained it in the sense, number one, it was like 10 years or something. It was
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
long
it was 10-year
contract.
deal.
And so that he was like, that's not going to happen again, number one. He's like, but they also worked it to where in about 5 years, you're going to see him very quickly become the moment 4 or 5 guys jump ahead of him, Patrick Mahomes is going to be easily pushed right up to the top, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As soon
yeah.
as I saw the news, I was like, no surprise.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I mean, we even talked about it. I mean, if you're Patrick Mahomes and his agent, you're like, Dak Prescott's getting 60 a year. Seriously?
When did
Like,
he
what do you think
last
I'm
go-
worth?
when
Like,
did-
I'm
when
way
did
better
Dak
than
go to
him.
an NFC Championship game?
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
No,
I'm
right.
waiting.
Exactly.
Yeah, Jordan
So that
Love.
was I'm surprised it's not a little higher, to be
Right.
honest with you.
Yeah.
But hey, hats off to him, man. That's phenomenal, and he is one of the greatest quarterbacks to take the field, and hopefully his knee's fine. He comes back. I tell you what, it must be. Because they don't make that kind of investment on an if.
Without
or a
knowing that's
maybe.
going to be.
Well, and he's already been
Yeah.
throwing at OTAs.
Oh, yeah, no, he's been
going,
moving around.
Andy Reid
Yeah.
said he's going to be
Good for
able
the
to
game.
do stuff during training camp. Yeah, which
Good
is
for
good.
quarterbacks.
But yeah, I was like, were the Chiefs listening to our show and we just talked about how we kind of expected this at some point in time just because, the list of guys ahead of him.
And what brought it up was Stafford's 1 year at 55, and you're like, okay, Dak's still the highest at 60. You would have thought somebody leaped for if anybody would be Stafford. Now he does have an incentive to get to 60, I think, but you'd think, man,
Just win the MVP.
like wouldn't Stafford be like, yo, he's getting 60. I'm the MVP. I deserve
They
something
probably
that
told
high.
him we also have to pay Myles Garrett now, so you're
Yeah.
welcome that we added him, but we do
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah, they got to pay a ton
And
of guys.
McDuffie, they made some
Yeah,
big
so,
moves, but
but I'm
the Rams
saying,
just
like,
also their
that's what you
money
do.
problem doesn't exist in LA for whatever the reason is. But I do think there was a lot of criticism anytime a new contract. Every single contract that comes up, aside from Patrick Mahomes, I haven't seen anybody be like, wow, that's too much money because it's Patrick Mahomes. When Joe Burrow got paid, people were still like, he gets injured. Why are they paying Joe Burrow? You can't really trust him to be on the field. Obviously, when Jordan Love and Trevor Lawrence got paid, made. Everybody was criticizing those deals. Everybody was criticizing the Dak Prescott deal. It's just kind of the world we live in, that it's Tua Tagovailoa. And so you have this whole group of guys that people are like, why are you paying him that much? And the comparison was when Patrick Mahomes is only making X amount, and they're like, just wait, Patrick Mahomes will make that money. But it's just the world we live in now, where now he makes that much, and so now the next guy, I'm scared to even see that group of contracts that's coming when it's like Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, that group of guys, what they're going to get paid, honestly.
Well, there's been the conversation, will there be a $100 million a year player at some point? You think there will be.
Absolutely.
At QB at least.
Yeah.
You know,
in
you
10
think.
years, easily, I
Yeah,
would think.
you
And
would
by
think
the way,
so.
how much money does Patrick Mahomes make the Chiefs? Like, since he began there, since he was drafted there to now, how much money has he made them? That's why, even though in our terms, in our real world terms, $64 million a year or $55 million a year for Trevor is impossible to comprehend.
Right.
But when you're talking about an organization that's worth over $5 billion,
Right.
like, that's
Well, see, and then you guys know this. That's the thing. They get 50% of all revenue. The
players,
owners get 50.
Mhm.
The owners split it amongst 32.
Right.
The players split it amongst however hundreds or thousand or what have you. But that's the salary. What does it tell you? The league's making a ton of money.
Well, look at the evaluation.
I mean, a ton of money.
Look at the valuation
Yes.
of the Jaguars franchise when Shad bought it in,
No
what,
doubt.
2012,
Yep.
11, 12? It
Yep.
was $770 million.
Yeah.
Now, what could he sell it for? Probably over $4 billion.
At least $4, yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
with the new stadium.
Wait till the new. Yeah, add that in. Now that's gonna be over
so
5.
again, Trevor makes $55 million per year. How much does Trevor, the team total though, make Shad
Yeah.
Khan? It's
Yeah, man.
crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so Tom's take awaits on the other side. Don't go anywhere. Helmets and Heels live from Lynch's Irish Pub in Jack's Beach, 1010XL, and 82.5 FM.
Because winning is the best deodorant.
You smell like a winner.
1010XL.
Get you some of that.
Hello, all you Jacksonville sports fans. Don here from Taco Lou. If you're in the mood for some great tacos, cold Dos Equis, and maybe even a sip of some fine tequila, then the Lou is calling your name. Come out to Jack's Beach and experience what many have dubbed the #1 taco in the 904. There are plenty of great taco joints in town, and we're proud to have been around for this long, and we have only you, the fine people of Jacksonville, to thank for helping us grow and become who we are today. Cheers to you, Jacksonville, and thank you from the Lou crew. Taco Lou in Jacksonville Beach.
Mike Dempsey. If you're thinking about a bathroom upgrade, maybe turning that old tub into a safer walk-in shower, check out 5 Star Bath Solutions. I shopped around, talked to several companies, and I chose 5 Star because their customer service was simply incredible. Responsive, honest, upfront about the entire project, and their pricing was even better than expected. When you're ready for a fresh look, better comfort, and a bathroom space you'll love using every day, schedule your free consultation at 5starbathsolutions.com and get the 5-star experience.
I'm local attorney Rick Alexander. In my 30 years practicing law, I've learned you never want to choose money over health. It's always a bad deal. Unfortunately, when someone screws up and you get hurt, that choice is gone. Your only choice is whether you face the future with a lawyer or without one. If you're hurt because somebody screwed up, call me at the practice. The Alexander Law Practice, 904-400-6600 or alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
What if your next fun day out costs just $70 to play all day? That's exactly what you get at the Battalion Airsoft Arena, the only indoor airsoft battlefield in Jacks. Skip the same old boring entertainment choices and step into real action with your crew. Perfect for birthdays, company team building, graduation parties, or just epic weekend fun. No experience? No problem. The Battalion package includes everything: gun, mask, and ammo with unlimited play. So lock in your mission now at BattalionAirsoftArena.com.
June is Men's Health Month, and at Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we believe your health is a partnership. This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, and our OSJ team works with you to create personalized orthopedic treatment plans built around your goals, your lifestyle, and your recovery. Whether you're dealing with joint pain, sports injuries, or back discomfort, you don't have to push through it alone. From weekend warriors to professional athletes, OSJ is here to help you get back to doing what you love pain-free. Visit Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville at osjax.com to schedule your appointment.
New and pre-owned firearms are in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimber, Smith & Wesson, 6 Hour, Beretta. No lines, no hassle. Only at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
The 2026 schedule is here, and Jaguars football is officially back at the bank. With limited capacity this season, it's more important than ever to show up loud and create the ultimate home field advantage. From our biggest rivalries to can't-miss matchups, this is a season you won't want to miss. Single game tickets are on sale, and now's the time to lock in your seats for the games that matter most. Inventory is limited, and tickets are expected to go fast. Visit Jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000.
At Cannons of Jacksonville, they know that when you're towing anything, you gotta have products you can rely on. With over 50 years of fabrication expertise, the family at Cannons can repair or install precisely what you need to tow with confidence. Whether it's a heavy-duty hitch, trailer frame, gooseneck, tow bar, or any other towing accessory, Cannons will provide you with unmatched precision and durability. For all your towing needs, visit cannonsofjacks.com, where quality and customer satisfaction collide.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
A big noise playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing.
Live here at Lynch's Irish Pub in Jacks Beach. RJ Saunders back at 1010XL headquarters. We'll bring in our basketball analyst and expert Patrick Young at 3 o'clock. But before we do that, time now for Tom's Take.
Now, Tommy's Takes. Protected by Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com, or dial pound law. That's all.
All right, my take today on this, beautiful, beautiful Thursday afternoon, brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, is get your butt down to Lynch's Irish Pub. Are you kidding me? It's just starting to get crowded. The games are about to come on. It's going to be a great environment, like Taylor said, great food, great music, and great atmosphere, and you're going to have an awesome time. The cup is all over the place, and so is Lynch's Irish Pub. A lot of nostalgia here. It's an iconic place, and you should get your rear end down here and start the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's Thursday afternoon. It's beautiful out. Like, why wouldn't you start your weekend right about now is what I say. So tell your boss, hey, smell you later. I got to go, and head on down to Lynch's Irish Pub. And that's my take today on this awesome Thursday, brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Maybe not smell you later if you want to keep the job, but peace out.
Internally say it. Smell you later. I gotta go.
I like that.
Yes.
Speaking of nostalgia, brought to you, or the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. One person said, 641-1010, by the way, if you want to get in on the action. One person said, got to meet Roger Clemens at that pool table. Amazing memories. The pool table that was here at Lynch's.
So cool. I don't remember Roger coming, but good. That's awesome.
Might not have been.
I don't remember several
of
nights
course,
here,
yeah.
honestly.
Obviously. I just never heard before ever that Roger Clemens had
been
stepped
here.
foot in here.
I
That's
hadn't
pretty
heard
darn
that, but
cool.
that's super cool.
Yeah,
I
heck
did.
yeah.
I remember one night, Malik Jackson and Calais Campbell were in here, and I got a picture with them. We were hanging for a little while. It was back because you remember in the back area over here, there used to be another little bar back there, and they were just kind of hiding, but they're hard. Also, you can't hide. Do you know how big those guys are? I was like, very obvious, but so yeah, it's one of those places where people just want to come and hang out. Lambeau was here at one point in time. I've seen Josh Lambeau in this building. Our salespeople are coming in. Everyone's filing in at this
You gotta love it.
They said peace out. They did not.
So smell you later.
One thing I did want to get to: Florida is renovating Ben Hill Griffin Stadium.
I saw.
So we knew that it was coming down the pipeline. There were first talks in 2020, but then the process was delayed because of that. Or actually, in 2018 is when they first started talking about renovating the swamp. The cool part is not going to lose any capacity. So the full capacity that we saw for the Morgan Wallen concert, and then obviously for lots of football games every year, will still be over 88,000 people, which is important to those of us. And like I said, Patrick's going to join us here in a minute. Like, you go to that stadium, especially like in 2006 when Florida played host to South Carolina, had to block a kick in order to end up, making it to the national championship that year. That I've never heard the stadium that loud. Other people will tell you other times that it's that loud, but 88,548.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
That's the capacity they'll tell you it's over 90,000 when all is said and done. on
I
game
told
day.
you. I went to Robbie took me to I think it was Auburn, and the running back got hit, bounced it outside, and took it to the house 80 yards, and that was the loudest I'd ever. Penn State's 102.
Yeah.
You know they're loud as can be, but that was so loud.
It's
and
the
then
way
you
it's
saw,
built.
and then the replay,
Yeah.
like on the video, like
It's
oh my
loud
gosh,
again.
it was wicked, even more loud. You know, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
so
so
much
it'll
fun.
be $1.45 billion. Gators, get your wallets out.
Yeah, no doubt.
You're already being asked for NIL money.
Yeah.
Now you're
there's
also
more.
going to
New
be
stadium.
asked. I guarantee
It does
I'm-
look nice. The renderings look really
Absolutely.
cool.
Yeah,
and I will tell you, and I think I already told you all this, but going to the concert, trying to go to the bathroom, because of course you don't want to miss an artist, and there were 4 different ones performing that day. Trying to go to the bathroom in the concourses with that many people all going at once, impossible.
Oh, yeah.
And then lines, of course, for everything. You've got to expand those walkways, and so obviously they're going to do that here with Stadium of the Future, and then Scott Strickland and his team going to do it down in Gainesville as well. Absolutely. All right, we haven't talked.
It doesn't look like a swamp at all.
Upscale swamp.
Trust me, right now that thing is a swamp. For sure. No Wi-Fi, nothing upgrades unless you're in like the specialty areas or the premium areas. All right, as far as the NBA Finals, we'll get to that next. Patrick Young is here. We will talk about one of the best games that some of us have ever seen when it comes to the NBA. You are listening to Helmets and Heels live from Lynch's 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Feel the roar and chase the wind to victory lane.
Through 3 and 4.
This Sunday at Pocono Raceway.
3 wide for the lead. 1 lap to go.
Powered by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 on your NASCAR station 1010 XL.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm dedicated to helping businesses manage risk, maximize opportunities, and move their company forward. Jimerson Burr attorneys are business-oriented lawyers, equally comfortable as community leaders, private transaction counselors, or courtroom advocates. If you have a legal issue of any kind affecting your business, contact the firm at 389-0050 or jimersonfirm.com.
Sent in, and Sporting Jacks breaks through first.
For the latest on Jacksonville's pro soccer teams, join the Sporting Jacks Coaches Show, presented by Honda of the Avenues, every Tuesday night at 6 on 1010 AM and 1010XL.com.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. Hey man, what's Hard Rock Bet giving you players?
If you win your first $5 bet, you get $150 in bonus bets.
$750? ¿Cuánto? Whoa, was that Ronaldinho? Sounds like his first bet scored. Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New customers bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Do you ever notice how everything in your house works right up until it doesn't? One minute you're fine, then the next minute the AC's struggling, the drain's backing up, and now you've got a problem on your hands. That's when you make the smart play. Call Duck Rooter. 3 expert teams, plumbing, septic, and air conditioning, ready to step in, fix it right, and get everything back under control. And right now, take $50 off any service of $225 or more. Don't let a small issue turn into a big loss. Stay ahead of it. When you're stuck, call Duck Rooter, 904-862-6769 or duckduckrooter.com.
Did you know that Kuhn Flowers showrooms are filled with gift ideas for the ones you love? This is Hacker. From floral arrangements to unique and timely gifts, Kuhn Flowers has been a staple here in Jacksonville for over 75 years. KuhnFlowers.com.
Happy Father's Day to all you fathers.
Absolutely. Happy Father's Day. Well, thanks, guys.
Wow, I wonder how many fathers out there would love a new outdoor kitchen under their new pavilion or screen enclosure from Lifetime Enclosures.
I bet most would. Imagine having the entire family over and cooking a barbecue feast for everyone, protected from the elements.
I'd like to cook for Dad. Jacob, do you think you could? I think so, Pan.
I bet both you guys could.
Visit Lifetime Enclosures website or visit our showrooms today to experience the Lifetime difference and ask about our Father's Day specials.
Lifetime Enclosures.
I'm with Sullivan from Cycles of Jacksonville and Sullivan. You love the beach and you love to ride, so tell everybody what Honda's got cooking right now.
Yes, definitely. Here at Cycles of Jacksonville, we have a full line Hondas, Vespas, Triumphs, everything you can think of just to ride to the beach. It's going to be the best summer ever when you hop on that ride this year.
And so if you head to the showroom first, you're going to see all sorts of examples of what they can enjoy.
Exactly. Come see us at the showroom, Atlantic Boulevard. We're ready to see you there.
You can log on, check out their Facebook page or cyclesofjacksonville.com.
You know interest rates are high all over the country, except right here at Beards Diamonds. Beards has rolled back interest rates all the way to 0. Pick in here, that's right. Get 0.0% financing now through June 30th for 5 years. You can splurge on that $10,000 engagement ring, pay $167 a month, nothing down. Pick any item, spread your payments over 5 years, 0 interest charges. Who else does that? Beards Diamonds is making everything more affordable. Earrings, pendants, bands, bracelets, colored gemstone jewelry, designer fashion jewelry. Now through June 30th, get the best value price Beards is famous for and enjoy 5 years of interest-free financing. A $3,000 pair of earrings she's been dreaming about? $50 a month, 0 down. All natural and lab-grown diamonds included. Don't miss this extraordinary smart buying opportunity. Beards Diamonds, Jacksonville's premier jeweler. Not corporate-owned like everyone else, but locally owned for more than 4 decades. Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
I'm Chris Wayne with your 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, brought to you by 5 Star Bath Solutions. Join 1010XL at the hottest spots all over the First Coast for World Cup watch parties and catch the Soccer Show podcast on 1010XL's YouTube channel for news, recaps, and more. Tune in to 10:10 a.m. tonight at 7:30 for Game 5 of the NHL Finals. The series currently tied at 2-2. It's 91 degrees at 3 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Well, the Knicks were in the air last night. Before we get to the NBA Finals, Patrick Young joins us now here live at Lynch's Irish Pub in Jack's Beach. And you have a story that might trump meeting Roger Clemens at the pool table.
I mean, nah. I mean, did he play? Like, did he play with Roger?
I don't think so.
On the pool table, because that would be
pretty
sure,
wild.
but,
That would be
pretty sweet. But meeting Post Malone, I didn't meet him. I definitely was within like 5 to 10 feet watching him perform here in Lynch's.
So it was after he performed at the arena
Yes.
downtown. Or no, was it Daly's Place? It might have been Daly's Place.
Might have been
actually.
Daly's Place.
I think that's what it was.
He came
Yeah,
down
it's
here
fun.
and performed.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. So
Yeah.
cool.
Who else have I run into in this space? Like Taylor said, a lot of memories that I don't remember. Totally.
I don't think they're
There are
memories.
memories somewhere, but
I remember
for
just
some people.
coming here one night. I'm like, it's just going to be casual.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then the band starts hitting the jams.
Mhm.
Like, people are buying drinks. And before you know it, it's 2 a.m.
That's right. So much
Me and my
fun.
friends, my friends and I used to joke about that, and we'd be like, they put something in their air vents because we would just leave here, and I'd be like, man, it's a little choppy, and I only had a couple drinks, and the next day I'm like, I did not only have a couple drinks, I just saw my tab. It's not a couple drinks.
Valid. Yeah, sometimes
So fun.
people come in here when the sun is up, and they leave when the sun
That's
is
true.
Been there
down.
many times.
Yeah, heck yeah.
It's a beautiful building.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's cool.
It's so
Drive
much
by.
fun.
Yep.
And so, yeah, obviously, I'm sure people listening can hear that this place is getting
Starting
close
to
to
fill
packed as we have the
Getting
game
there.
about to kick off between Mexico and South Africa. But let's chat about last night's game. I think a lot of people gave up on the Knicks in the third quarter last night, maybe even early fourth quarter, Patrick. And
Yeah.
the fact that the Knicks were able to come back and win, I think, is obviously a testament to their will
Yeah.
and their ability to face adversity. But the 1-point win for the Knicks, like I said, I don't think many people watching that game last night saw it coming, including someone who might have put money on the Spurs.
I did. Hey, I'll tell you why I did, though. I'll tell you why I did. 'Cause
Well, you
the
did
odds,
the right thing.
The odds.
Yeah. I think you did
The
the
odds
right
were
thing.
better. You know, like I don't like betting when it's like I'm going to win $10. I'm like I want to double my money. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I just went with the Spurs, and those were from winnings from the first game.
Was it just
so I
a
felt like it was
straight-
house
just straight? Okay,
Yeah, just
straight
straight winner. I thought about the points with the Knicks. I should have obviously, but
That
didn't.
would have, yeah, because it was
Yeah.
only 2.5.
Yeah,
I think.
exactly. It was 2.5.
But gosh, where to start?
Yeah.
I
Look,
mean,
can I start?
Yeah, for sure. Go for it.
Because
Go for it.
I know where to
Full disclosure, the first half, totally watched whole first half, laid in bed the third quarter, fell asleep.
Shocking.
My wife woke me. Yeah, my wife woke
Oh,
me up at the
excellent.
end.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I thought, because when I went to bed, it was up 30 or
Right.
20, whatever.
29.
Whatever, yeah, whatever
Yeah.
it was unbelievable. But the first half, the physicality, I thought there was going to be like a beef. I couldn't believe they didn't. There's stuff they weren't calling. They were
I
yanking,
know.
pulling, grabbing, choking.
Well, this is hilarious.
The elbow from Pinky.
So this is
I
hilarious.
understand that. I had to rerun that one for my wife. I'm like, watch this. He's talking smack to him, and he just bink, just knocks him in the chin.
And it's like, it looked like Wemby was like, there was no ill will.
Yeah.
He's literally trying to move his arms out of the way to give space and ends up getting Carl pretty good.
Yeah.
But some things that really stuck out from that game, and you know it, like the Knicks or the Spurs, like whenever a team is as hot as the Spurs were, you know it's going to cool down.
Yeah.
At some point. You can't shoot 60-something% from the whole game.
Yeah.
So understanding, like, it's
They were
going
on
to
fire
recalculate in that second half a little bit. But, like, they couldn't knock down anything. And then, the Knicks are going to make a run. That's just like no one's going to lay down at home.
Especially a team that's done this
Oh,
before.
yeah, they've been there.
Do you think Spurs kind of did, like, having that big of a lead where they were kind of like, well, maybe they'll just let this one happen, try to win the next one? Is there that mindset at all?
You can't fight human nature.
Yeah.
Those thoughts are going to come in. But, like, they were still, for the most part, starting off that third, they were still taking good quality looks.
Yeah.
They just weren't going in.
Right.
And I thought
They weren't chewing up the shot clock.
Yeah, I know.
That's the part that
They'd have
frustrating.
possessions, and I love the kid Dylan Harper, but he'd have possessions where he'd shoot the ball in the first 5 seconds, and I'm like,
right.
It's
like running the clock in football. You got to run the clock.
Right.
Yeah,
you got to let it run
use
before you.
to your advantage. To your advantage. But how about Wemby having the moment to hit those 2 free throws? Like Mitch Johnson, he should have called a timeout. I think at the 3-minute mark, they still had at least a 5, 6, 7 point lead around that point, and those guys were shook.
Yeah,
you could absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
heck yeah, man.
And we're talking about environments of Penn State and Florida.
Yeah.
In that dome, the New York last night.
Yeah.
The coolest part was just seeing the celebrities. I think at the end.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
lose their mind like
lose
real
their
people.
mind.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
real.
Oh, yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld's like.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I don't even because Larry David. I kept an eye on him. I love. It's always. I love
Curb
his
Your
shows.
Enthusiasm. Yeah.
He was sitting on the sideline like this the whole game.
Yeah.
Until the end. Guys.
There was
Awesome.
Mariska, like Law and Order SVU.
Yep.
She about passed out at
Yeah,
the end. She
yeah.
had her head on Taylor Swift, and I was like, that she almost didn't make it through
Yeah,
that game
yeah.
at that point in time.
I'm sure. I wonder if the original, the guys that are all like Ben Stiller's always, they're like all these bandwagon jumpers.
just
Taylor
jumping
Swift
into it.
coming in.
I
Get out of
thought
here.
If you're gonna spend $100,000 on the seat, I don't care if you're a
No, that's
you're a
true. That's
bandwagon
true.
or not.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But I thought I saw
NBA definitely
pictures
doesn't care if you're
No.
a
They don't care.
Pictures of
No
her as a
doubt.
Knicks fan when she was younger is what I thought I saw on
Taylor?
social.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift, yeah.
Interesting.
But either way, that part
That gives
is,
you fire. That gets you fired up.
That's
playing
just
in front
New
of them.
York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to Madison Square Garden for a game?
We played on the court,
Okay.
but never to actually go
As a
watch.
fan,
We played
yeah.
against Memphis, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, and that was my first time really seeing snow because it was in December. And Coach Donovan took us to Ground Zero where, the Twin
Yeah.
Towers went down. And
Yeah.
humbling experience, one of my favorite basketball ones that we did. Because sometimes you do those, like, season trips and you're not even playing somebody competitive. So you're
Yep.
kind of in this mind frame of, like, we're just going to get this win, let's get out. But, like, we actually got to do something that was purposeful while we were there as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Patrick, so everyone was saying whoever wins last night's game is going to win the title. Do you think that bodes true?
I mean, I foresee it in a sense of, like, the Spurs could possibly be so defeated after losing that game. It's not like game 2 where, yes, Wemby made a bad pass at the end of the game, ended up losing
Missed
it.
a shot.
And he missed a shot. Bad turnover, foul, missed a shot. It's not in that same sense where that whole game, it was like right there. They can win. It was like done deal.
Yeah.
Should have
It's in
had
the
that
bag,
game.
yeah.
In the
Should have
bag.
had that one, yeah.
At least the good thing is they're coming home, but it's
Yeah.
like you haven't won there.
Right.
So does that really make a difference? how do you bounce back from
Might be
something
time
like,
to win there.
dude, that's such,
Yeah.
you can take a loss for sure, but to lose like that.
Yeah.
What are the conversations in the locker room, do you think, when it comes to something like that? Because to your point, there's been multiple blown leads now for the Spurs.
Yep.
There have been chances. Wemby has that shot at the end he could have made. You're up by 29 at one point yesterday. So you don't want to let them feel defeated. Like, we're winning by double digits at certain points and then just keep losing it. You don't want that mentality going into a game, this next game.
You don't want that mentality. And I think the Spurs approached game 4 with the correct mentality of like, backs against the wall. Let's even this thing out. Let's get back to San Antonio. And it just, for some reason, it goes to show the age of this team, how young they are.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was surprised De'Aaron Fox tried to take that layup
Yeah.
at the end. Because even if you make it, you still are, it's only a 3-point game. So, like, as you said, get some time, extra 3, 4, 5 seconds off that clock. They're going to foul you, get to the free throw line.
And shout out to OG.
Oh, man. Shout out to OG.
I think
He's
it was
the most
Schefter put
Kawhi
O
Leonard.
and then M in
Yes.
parentheses G. Like, obviously, the hand of OG is
He's
is
like,
viral.
I don't remember who was interviewing after the game. And she was asking such good questions, and he's just so like,
Oh, was it Lisa
business.
Salter?
Yeah.
Business. Yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah, we need the game. We just knew we were going to keep fighting. Because I was hoping for him to say, like, look, backs against the wall. We saw the fans. We know how much this means to the city or something like that, just to kind of put that into the whole light. And we wanted to make it about basketball because, the nonsense that happened after game 3.
Right. Yeah, sure.
The only thing is, like, I'm glad we're in Jacksonville, Florida. We have to hear from Dan Hicken if they win it all.
I noticed he didn't tweet at all. I know he's in Scotland, but still, like, I expected to.
He doesn't,
Is he okay?
Yeah, he probably doesn't. He doesn't want to say anything until it's done.
Yeah.
But,
Normally he's live tweeting through stuff. I was like, I can't believe there's nothing.
Poor guy. Your favorite team is on, and you happen to plan a trip.
Vacation.
I mean, honestly,
fake fan.
It probably saves him money because of those tickets. Like, no matter how expensive the trip is to Scotland, he still probably
tried to go
saved
to
money
one.
than trying to go to New York. Yeah, look, I feel like Liam said this yesterday. Sorry, Tom.
That's okay.
Momentum is a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like last night was.
Oh,
you saw the run start, and it's like, there it is.
When Cat hit that step back through, like, they had the offensive possession was not, like, they weren't going to get anything. Alvarado gives it to Cat, and he takes this rush step back 3. That was a big one. And then even him scoring right over Wemby on that baseline drive.
Yeah.
Like that, all the moments. Jose Alvarado hitting a 3 over Wemby. Jalen Brunson breaking him down and hitting that 3. Like, I was like, okay, they're going to win this game. They're going to win.
So how do you get, you're so hot in the first half, the Spurs with shooting. I'm just unbelievable. How do you go cold in a basketball game? Do your legs get tired? Like, do you lose focus? Do you, like, no sense of urgency? Like, what happens, Patrick?
I think, and I'm curious your opinion on this, and everyone that's been in the locker room when, like, what is being said when you have that lead? Because I think it's so easy to be like, oh man, they're not going to come back.
Yeah.
It's such a huge hurdle. You can probably lose sight of the strengths. Like them making threes at that level, I want to say that was not to say it was the sprinkles, but like they stopped going inside.
Right.
They stopped getting in the paint, taking those quick shots where you don't make, like, literally the Knicks are on a run. We probably need to get a good possession here. Let's slow it down. Let's try to run some.
Right.
Let's try to get the ball into Wemby's hand because he's not going to get it on the block. But anywhere with inside 10 feet of the basket, I'm taking him. Yeah. And they just lost sight of that. And that's on Mitch Johnson. That's what I'm like, dude, man.
Yeah.
They had 2 timeouts in the last 6 minutes. And, like, after Wemby missed those free throws, that's when I would have taken one right there.
Yeah.
Give those guys a chance to reset, give him a chance to kind of just move on to the next play. And,
I wonder if Magic fans are like, oh, no. We're getting a Spurs assistant coach.
Defensive guy, too.
It's
right.
Wait a minute. We take the contract back.
It reminded me a little, and this is I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but it reminded me a little of the Florida-Iowa game in the sense of the mismanagement of how things we were talking about, the press in that game, and then Xavier Lee kind of fumbling the ball and all of that rather than...
And not even really getting a shot off.
Yeah.
Real shot off at the end.
Yeah, and this is almost opposite in the sense of you're getting a shot off when you don't really need to, and you just probably need to let the clock run down. So just mismanagement of the place you're at the moment of how it could actually work out.
And it's funny, how many assistant coaches do they have on the sidelines? Is no one saying, hey, coach, they're going to blank run, or we need to get our composure back. We might need to look at a timeout. I'm sure they are, but Mitch Johnson ultimately, you're with the team. You should be able to see it. You know what your team is capable of. That was not time for a teaching moment of, oh, we're just going to play our way through it and figure it out. No, it was like, nah, I need to, because Wemby, he's done a great job as a leader on the sideline. You see him getting very animated and to his guys, and every time they've had that kind of moment where the flip switches. So what are we going to see in this? Because I'm like, gosh, they did everything right up until the fourth quarter.
Yeah. The only difference I would say is that Todd Golden prior to this had won a title. Mitch Johnson at this point in time, he doesn't have that to look back on.
There's several Spurs that have won titles, so you do have some sort of guys that have the experience of being in.
And this is his first full-year season or second? I know he came in, Pop was starting, and then he came in interim. I can't remember.
Second year? Yeah, I can't remember.
Either way, he's done a tremendous job with so much talent. That kid, Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
He's got that, what some football players struggle with when they try to play basketball is understanding how to pull back that physicality sometimes. In basketball, especially for the offensive player, you are such at a disadvantage. Obviously, you can't run through somebody's chest.
Yeah.
But when you're going to the basket, you should have no fear.
Yeah.
What? They try to block almost 9 times out of 10, when a guy, they're trying to be vertical, that hand goes down, it's going to be a foul. 9 times out of 10.
Right.
It happens so fast, but
the whole Wemby, I'm in your head, and then that. I feel like the heel was Mike Brown talking about the refs, and then the heel almost was kind of like Wemby. All right, we'll continue this conversation. Next, we'll break down Florida's loss to Troy in baseball, and then Florida's loss to Texas Tech in softball.
Hey, Troy made it to the World Series, so it's not that bad, right?
No, I'm obviously joking. We're not going to do that. But
Thank the Lord for the night.
Mitch Johnson was hired in May of 2025, so second full season. All right, more to do here live from Lynch's. The World Cup is going on, and it is scoreless currently, 8 minutes
0-0.
That's right, 0 all on the pitch, 8 minutes down in that ball game. It's 1010 XL 92.5 FM.
This World Cup soccer update is laced up by Valvoline Instant Oil Changes and Houston's Meats.
Westwood One Sports presents this World Soccer Update, sponsored by Henkel, official partner of U.S. Soccer. It's the 23rd World Cup, 104 games played in 3 North American countries, 16 cities, 3 in Mexico, 2 in Canada, 11 in the U.S. That's where 78 of the 104 will be played. The field has grown considerably from 32 nations to 48 instead of 16 of 32 going on to the knockout round. 32 of 48 will move on instead of 8 groups of 4. There are now 12 groups, the top 2 in each advance, plus 8 of the 12 third-place teams. First game about to start. It's South Africa at Mexico. Tonight's game is South Korea and Czechia. Home games tomorrow for Canada and the U.S. The odds on a U.S. World Cup championship are said to be about 60-1. Spain, France, and defending champ Argentina are the biggest favorites to win the World Cup, which ends July 19th. John Stan, shall we? Westwood One Sports.
Gear up for the games this summer. Henkel's Summer of Soccer Sweepstakes is giving fans the chance to win the new 2026 U.S. Men's National Team jersey and U.S. Soccer Store gift cards. Everything you need to show up and support the home team, so don't miss out. No purchase necessary. Starts May 16th and ends June 15th, 2026. Must be 18 and a resident of the contiguous United States. Visit HenkelSoccerSweeps.com for official rules. Sponsored by Henkel. Henkel, proud partner of U.S. Soccer.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Tired of changing out bad sod year after year? Get it done right with Roundtree Sod. Big or small, they have it, and always supplied farm fresh. For a lush, legendary green lawn, call 7414-SOD for a free estimate. 7414-SOD.
Key Buick GMC, proudly family-owned and operated since 1943. Come see why we are North Florida's new and pre-owned truck center, conveniently located on South Side and JTB, just minutes from the St. John's Town Center. At Key Buick GMC, every new vehicle comes with our lifetime powertrain warranty. Key Buick GMC, we are professional grade. KeyBuickGMC.com. Lifetime powertrain warranty covers engine, transmission, drivetrain only. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
He used to lay the lumber on the field.
No, I'm not a quarterback, but I like eating quarterbacks for breakfast.
Now he lays his opinions on Jaguars Today. Tom McManus. Fridays on 1010XL. Opened by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
When you're a little kid on the playground, they tell you don't hit back. Well, the courtroom isn't a playground. And if you've suffered an injury or death in your family, I'm here to tell you it's okay to hit back and fight to make them pay. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we understand all the pain and emotion that comes with being wrong. And we've dedicated our lives to making things right for people like you. So if you get hit back with Hastings Injury Law. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hey, it's Joe C. Wingstop just dropped the boneless meal deal for two. 20 boneless wings, choice of 4 flavors, a large fry, and 2 dips. All for only $16.99. Limited time. And while you're crushing that deal, get in the Club Wingstop loyalty program. 10 points for every single dollar you spend. Sign up now at 1010XL.com/Wingstop. I'm locked in. You need to be too. Wingstop, baby. Get the deal and get in the club. Bonus meal deal for 2 and Club Wingstop. Limited time only at Wingstop.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Hey Jacksonville, this is Lauren Brooks. If your car's AC isn't ready for this Florida heat, Big Tube Tire has you covered with $50 off AC services. Stay cool and comfortable no matter where summer takes you. Their team makes it quick and easy with friendly local service you can trust. Call 904-932-0950 or check out WeKeepJacksRollin.com. Big Chief Tire, keeping you cool all summer long.
Whether you're undertaking a major home renovation or just a simple repair request, American Electrical is your 5-star Jacksonville-based electrician to get the work done right. Experienced design building department working seamlessly with their electrical contracting department to help you create beautiful lighting spaces and electrical plans that make your house flow. And remember, with American Electrical, it's wired right at a fair price. Call American Electric at 737-7770. Look for that red, white, and blue eagle on the side of their truck, and you'll know it's American Electrical.
In this age of globalization, we've learned that bigger isn't always better. Ever tried to get phone help from a big corporation? From a real person? Good luck. That is what's so nice about Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. Unlike publicly traded conglomerates with headquarters in faraway cities, Mike Merritt's Heating and Air remains family-owned and operated by Mike, your neighbor. Mike Merritt has delivered hometown service, integrity, and pricing for generations. The big guys incentivize their techs to sell you new equipment. Mike's team emphasizes repair first. We only sell you equipment if your current equipment is worn out and beyond repair. And let's be honest about price. Small operations without much overhead can sometimes lowball your job, but you can't trust just anyone with a truck. They may be here today and gone tomorrow. Mike Merritt has been keeping North Florida cool for more than 3 decades. That's experience and dedication you can count on. Call today or see us on the web.
Florida license number CAC 050384.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
1, 2, 3, up. My baby don't mess around.
It is no longer 1-0. Mexico scored almost right after we went to break right there. So it is 1-0 Mexico over South Africa. Really nice goal there for one of the host countries, the United States, Mexico, and Canada, all hosting this 2026 World Cup. So it is just underway, and we are live here at Lynch's, taking in all of the action. Time now for Lauren's Lane.
Now, Lauren's Lane. Opened up by Closets by Design. Imagine your home totally organized.
Tom McManus obviously played football with Tony Baselli. Patrick Young has certainly played on a ton of incredible teams. So I want to get both of y'all's opinion on what Tony Baselli was saying to the Florida Gator football team. John Summerall had him in last weekend. Here is his words of advice.
How do you maximize the gifts and the talents you've been given? What we do is we evaluate every aspect of your life. What are we looking for at the Jacksonville Jaguars? Two things that we base our evaluation on. Film, what you do between the white lines. What type of football player are you? Second is your makeup. Who are you as a human being? Those two things. Film-based scouting, what you do on tape, how you play, that matters. And second is makeup, your character. Notice I didn't say how long your arms are, how tall you are, how fast you run the 40, how many bench presses you do. I'm not saying that's not important. But the one message I want to get to you guys today is you need to be worried about what you can control.
And there you have it, what you can control. I thought that was a great message. And by the way, hopefully the United States men's national team can control the ball and control the time of possession tomorrow night against Paraguay. But yeah, I wanted to get your thoughts. Patrick, I'll start with you.
That was incredible, first off. And I just love the passion in which he's presenting that to the players, because you can get so focused on things that you think are ancillary that don't matter. That, of course, obviously, it's always going to come down, it should, to the film. But as we know, a lot of NFL teams, they look at the film, and we look at the film, we see different things, you know, in the decision-making. But we don't understand the whole process. Not understand, but we're not behind closed doors. We're not in the locker room. So, believe, you know, people might not understand this as well, even players. But, like, your coach, the connection in that small-knit coaching kind of family, like, you never know what someone's going to say about your character, and that little thing, like whether it's if someone could be like he was always intentional about, he or she was intentional about taking notes in film, ask great questions, always engaged, on time, lifting other teammates, like all those little details, they absolutely do matter. And it's a great emphasis, because last thing any of us want is to draft a guy that you can't even use because of his personal off the field things. I mean, that's and we've got some guys we can think of in the Jaguars, that's that case, you know.
Absolutely. Justin Blackman always comes to mind.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you run a blistering 40, they're going to look at you. I don't care. Now, your character might kill the deal, but they're going to at least take a peek. But listen, it's really kind of an old adage, like, that's what's great about the locker room. You know, it's number one, you got to be able to play. Like, you get weeded out quick. And if the coaches ever weed you out, the players weed you out pretty quick. They don't care where you're drafted. They don't care how much money you make. They'll sit there and be like, he don't have it. He's not that good. You know, you got to be able to play the game. That's number one. Number two, then it comes just down to character. What kind of person are you? A good guy? Not a good guy? Maybe if you're like borderline, but your talent's really good and you don't get in trouble, but you're kind of a jerk, it's okay. We can live with that. There's no problem with that, because you come to play on Sunday and you're not necessarily mean to everybody. Just maybe a little standoffish, what have you. So those two things, that's imperative for any organization. I will tell you this without telling you too much, because I don't want to do that, but they have a program. I learned this while we've been standing on the sidelines. They have a program. They send people out way before the coaches go out to find out what the character is. And they go deep. They spend time in towns. They have prospects.
Oh, they spy on you.
But it used to be, listen, it used to be the coach go out there and he would have to go find all this out. They do it a little different. They got people that go out and find out all the real stuff. Like, how did you treat people? Did you get in trouble? Does he have a record? You know, was he involved in any kind of, you know, fights? What kind of home life? You know, all these things. Granted, I made a joke. I'm like, I would have been red flagged way too much, I'm sure, out of college. So I wouldn't have been a prospect. But all joking aside, I don't know how many teams are doing as much forward thinking as they are. And when I was told this, and me and Duff were there together, Coach Duff, we were both like, man, that's so, because Duff was like, man, I used to have to go out and do all that stuff. stuff. Like, that was like part of the deal. And then they separated. Why do they do it? Specialize in this, let the coach specialize in the film and what we need out of him as a player, and then bring that together. And the guys that are in charge of these character things, they go into a portal. They're like, I don't know about this kid, or no, this kid's great,
That
great
system is
reviews.
called Blackwater.
Like right away, man. So it's
Do they know the people? So let's say this person is coming into my hometown to inquire about me. Do the people in my life that they're talking to, do they know that they're from the Jaguars?
when they get there, they don't announce. There's no announcement.
Because you know how some of the draft picks have said, well, I didn't know I was going to be picked by the Jaguars because they didn't talk to me in the combine. But I wonder if they kind of had an inkling because the Jaguars personnel people were
Talking to their
poking
family
around,
and teachers
talking
and-
to people,
Sure, right.
Because
Yeah.
those people, I'm sure they say, like, maybe please don't mention it to the
Yeah.
draft prospect, but it's going to eventually come out that someone was sniffing
Maybe
around
that's a
in
good
their
tactic for teams to take, so you don't really know who they're looking at too, as well.
Yeah.
Maybe another little smoke screen.
Oh yeah.
Well, and I think the idea is before we even get to the player, let's find out what's his reputation.
Is he worth our time?
Yeah, I mean, you got to find out that you talk to the people. Like, you'd be amazed. What I tell you about Boston College, they always went to who? The head athletic trainer. Why? Because he's in there every single day and he hears all the stories. Come in on a Saturday morning for rehab. You're talking about the night before. Guess who hears all that? The athletic trainer.
I was in the movie theater last night and had a bowl of popcorn.
What'd you
That's
see?
what my night was. No, I'm saying
Yeah, you're right.
Tom's using the movie theater as a
Yeah,
guy.
and I hit this one guy, and the other guy hit me, and then
Tom
it was
didn't
all
want
crazy.
the head athletic trainer to
And then I
know.
ended up going home with the girl, and it was great. The trainer's like, "Oh, this guy's a problem."
Well, to your point, this I think even in the aspect because they're not looking for a perfect human beings.
Yeah.
You're looking at as well. How do they respond if they've made mistakes?
Yeah, that's right, Pat.
How do they
You're right.
respond like
That's
that?
right.
How much do you think that plays into fact?
No doubt.
You're not just counting a guy off because
No,
he
did
one thing.
Well, and you got to dig. You might hear a story, and you're like, "Well, let me find out more about that story because
Right.
maybe
Yeah.
there's a reason why that story happened."
Right.
You know.
And Patrick would have had Jaguars DNA if they were investigating. He played
Yeah.
another sport,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
Patrick would have had Jaguars
Well,
DNA.
Absolutely.
Guys, that was a dream. I knew my dad wasn't never gonna let me play football, but it was still a dream in my mind to be playing for the teal and black in one day. Yeah.
Would you have been a tight end?
DN.
DN or tight end.
You
One
can
of the
rush
two.
a pass.
Yeah. I got long arms. So
That's
you know,
right.
I
You
took
could get around.
advantage of that.
You could also
You got
high
the-
point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you have the
that
bend?
too.
Do you
Can
have
I
the
be?
bend?
Could I be the? I do have the bend, right?
yeah.
Could I just be a goal line tight end and not have to get hit so much and not have to block?
No, you're gonna have to block.
Here you got to block.
Yeah, you
in
gotta block
Jacksonville.
You got to block in
Yeah.
order to play for lead coach.
I do think, and obviously there's we've seen this even in recent years where teams draft players and the whole lead up is there's some off the field stuff, there's some issues, and we're seeing this right now in the NFL, that recent stories of ones that had those warnings, teams go ahead and draft
Right.
them and it doesn't work out. We've seen the opposite. We've seen some of the stuff where it's kind of like, okay, and then it goes away once they hit the NFL. But that's also part of it too, is that a level of almost arrogance for some of the coaches, like I can be the one that changes this even though you're going to their
Totally.
town and they're hearing
Yeah.
all of these things that are crazy.
Sounds
and
like
so,
toxic dating.
Yeah.
I can fix them.
Yeah, I can do this.
Let me get my
I will
hands
say-
on them, you know? I can
This-
figure it out.
This is not funny, but this goes to what we were saying. Former Raiders wide receiver Henry Ruggs was
Yeah.
denied
Oh,
parole
Wow.
nearly 5 years after killing the woman in the car crash in Vegas. And so I'm not saying that people didn't do research on Henry Ruggs, but I'm just saying there are guys in a category like that
Yeah.
you just wonder if they had done more research, the Raiders, that is, if they had done more
Okay,
research.
so and I'm not no tongue in cheek here, but Philly and Georgia,
Right.
like these guys are not all of them, but a lot of them are known for speeding.
Yeah.
The team
and
is.
racing and
Yeah.
things happen.
Well, Jalen Carter was involved.
Yeah,
in-
Jalen Carter was
Right,
involved. Yeah,
right.
yeah, bad mistakes, right? Being
We've
dumb,
seen him
you know?
spit a player on the field, but
Yeah.
but yeah, the Philly's a little
What's his
different.
name? Guys, I'm trying to remember his name. He was all over the Jalen Carter stuff beforehand. It's not Mel Kiper. I'm messing his name
Todd
up.
McShay, maybe?
Todd McShay. There
Yep.
you go. Had a big beef with Paul Feinbaum.
Did he?
Over that. Yeah,
Did he really?
because Paul, for some reason, was just saying there is no character flaws with Jalen Carter, and this was just a one-off thing. And McShay actually does the research to show like he doesn't treat people well at the Georgia staff. Like there were all types of things, and yet, oh man, but he's a game changer.
Yeah.
Goes to show, and unless you
Yeah,
spit
you're
on-
like, is it worth it?
unless-
like to
until
have
you
a little problem.
until you
Yeah,
spit on
for a
Dak
little while.
Prescott.
Yeah.
Dak spit too, though.
Dak spit. Dak spat.
He gave up.
Yeah, he was like, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't a full, like,
Yeah.
hawk
And
it up.
Jalen didn't, he got him in the chest, so it wasn't like he gave a full shot. Like, whoop.
Tom, what are you
This-
doing if a guy gets some spit purposely on your chest, man?
I'm ducking. And then I'm coming up with an uppercut.
And then a melee ensues. All right, so the golden moment awaits
me a
on
chair.
the other side. 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Let's make it hot.
No, wait. Feel the heat. Keep cool with 1010XL, your summer station.
It's Men's Health Month, and Ackerman Urology reminds you that early detection matters for prostate health. If you're over 40, now's the time to get checked. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime. So don't wait. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Hurricane season is here. Is your home storm ready? Renewal by Andersen is offering storm season savings with buy one, get one 40% off windows and doors. Plus, 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 1 full year. In recent years, storms have caused tens of billions of dollars in damage across Florida. Prepare your home now with our Claim Impact Windows. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free design consultation. Restrictions apply. License number CGC 1527613.
Lauren Brooks here. If you love your dad or your husband, but their garage is a mess, well, I've got good news for you. Closets by Design's Father's Day sale is here. Imagine custom cabinets for tools and beach gear, storage walls that actually organize the chaos, and durable new garage flooring that makes the whole space feel brand new. It's the perfect gift for just about every dad. Right now, get 40% off plus an extra 15% off and free installation. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today at closetsbydesign.com. Closets by Design. Imagine dad's garage totally organized.
When you're hungry, go big, and more importantly, go to Dailies, where they got anything and everything to tantalize your taste buds and fill you up. At Dailies, our barbecue beef brisket sandwich is slow smoked to perfection, tender, juicy, and full of bold flavor. It's the kind of sandwich that truly satisfies. Try the barbecue brisket sandwich at Dailies. Meanwhile, some favorites never go out of style. The Duval sub at Dailies is stacked, loaded, and made with the bold flavor you want in every bite. Fresh ingredients, big taste. It's a local favorite. Grab the Duval sub today at Dailies. Or maybe you just want a delicious chicken sandwich. Some choices just work. The chicken sandwich at Dailies is crispy on the outside, it's juicy on the inside, and it is full of flavor. Perfect for lunch, perfect for dinner, perfect anytime hunger hits. So grab the chicken sandwich today at Dailies. Dailies is made fresh, it's made local, and Dailies is built for big appetites. I'll see you there today.
Hear the unmistakable sound of legendary guitarist and vocalist Tom Kiefer of Cinderella. Friday, June 12th at Florida Theater. Tom Kiefer of Cinderella. With special guest, LA Guns. Hear all the hits. Get tickets now at the Florida Theater box office and floridatheater.com. Produced by Elko Concerts Florida Theater.
Want to stretch that dollar? Taylor Doll here to help save you money with the Money Pages magazine and app. Trying to figure out dinner? Money Pages has deals at your favorite local restaurants. Need auto repairs or an oil change? Money Pages has coupons to help you save. Looking to do some home improvement projects? Money Pages has deals on everything home, from AC repair and plumbing to flooring and painting. Check your mailbox for Money Pages today and download the app for savings on the go.
Renovations are underway at the golf club at Southampton, but that doesn't mean you still can't come out and hone your game. The practice facility is open Tuesday through Sunday with a great membership offer to work on your game year-round. Log on to golfsouthampton.com or check out their Facebook page. Work on your tee game, iron play, shots around the green, and of course your putting. It's all there and a great way to stay fresh until they unveil fresh new greens in October. Check it all out at the golf club at Southampton. Call 287-PLAY.
Royal Pest Services, a local company you can trust. Royal Pest is a certified installer of tap insulation, which stands for thermal, acoustic, and pest control. Reduce that electric bill by adding pest protection. It's that easy. Online at royalpestservices.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Now, the Monahan's golden moment. Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach, your local family jewelers.
My golden moment is I want to give a local shout out to a local Providence baseball player who last night against the Dodgers, Pirates right fielder Tyler Callahan went 2 for 2, 2 home runs. One of the home runs off of Shohei Ohtani for the Pirates to end up winning 9-8. But obviously went to high school here, played baseball at Providence. So I thought it was a cool story. When you see stuff like that, we've talked a ton about local athletes out of here at Jacksonville, especially those baseball players. So it's cool to see them go on and do that, getting 2 hits and one off of Shohei. That's something you'll remember forever.
Very impressive. Should we ask the former Providence basketball star his thoughts?
On just how awesome it is? I'm sorry, I lost
Providence baseball player against Shohei Ohtani.
Dude, what year is he? You know how many years he's been in the majors?
I think he just got called up, but that doesn't mean he might have been a few years, honestly.
Okay.
Let's see when he
I
went.
want to say last year he got called up.
He was much after me then. He's got to be at Providence.
After
Slightly. It's been now 16 years since high school now.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so he was a senior in 2019.
Okay. No, I mean, I love that. I love that about 1010 that we do an emphasis on making sure the high school athletes and whatnot are being followed. And obviously, Trinity and Bowles, I think, both have baseball players going to Florida next year. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, heck
Yeah, we just want them to not go into the draft and to actually go to Florida.
But it's crazy. The statistics for success to making it to the majors versus going straight from high school and college, it's like drastically different. So like way more success going to college, getting some experience, maybe growing up, getting coached hard.
Doing your own laundry, maybe?
All that stuff for 3 years.
Get paid more than the minor leagues.
Get paid way more than.
Travel better.
Right? I mean,
all of these things. Yeah,
that's your work.
We're live here at Lynch's. The World Cup did kick off at 3 o'clock. Mexico still leads South Africa 1-0. Speaking of, with about 32 minutes down in the first half. But speaking of age, I heard Parker Washington talking about his coach that he's had since 8th grade, right?
Yeah.
That he just recently hired full time.
Yep. Oh, thank you, sir.
And when he mentioned 8th grade, he was like, yeah, so we've worked together since like 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
I was like, Parker Washington was in 8th grade. Like, you understand that these guys are young.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it doesn't.
Certain numbers click harder. Where
You
you're like,
don't have
whoa.
to say it
You're
out
an eighth?
loud.
Yeah, you don't have to say it.
Just read it. Read it and keep
I
it
started
here.
full-time at 1010XL in October of 2016. This year will be 10 years. He was in 8th grade.
Yeah. It's funny, you run into people like that. Very rarely do I run into Boston College people around here, but I remember a few times ago, I'm like, oh, so what year did you graduate? Like, 20, 18. And my wife just laughs. She's like, like 1992.
The best part is when those people feel older, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
they're like, some people will be like, oh, I graduated in like 2010. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you were 2014.
Yeah,
Like,
2014, yeah.
You were?
And now
Yeah,
you
wow.
feel like that's old because that was 12 years ago.
Yeah.
It's not old.
I feel like you always feel old. Like I feel like I remember being 24 and being like, "Oh my gosh, I've already been out of high school X amount of years," and then you get realization where you're like, "Man, I really was not old at all."
Yeah.
I just thought that. But then you get to the point where now, like, I'll run into people who in the bar who are now getting married with a kid that I babysat, and I was like, "Okay, I'm getting to that."
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the time keeps moving. You know that Lynch's is the place to be when Joe Cowart walks in.
Oh,
right. Joe
When Joe C's holding court where you are. Oh, absolutely.
Good crowd here on a Thursday afternoon.
Honestly, shocked he's already not posted up with a beer. He's just standing there right now.
Well, he did come from another bar.
That's true.
He's making the rounds.
That is true. Yeah, exactly. All right, we got one segment to go here live from Lynch's Irish Pub. We will give you a little bit more Jaguars on the other side. Don't go anywhere. It's Helmets and Heels 1010XL 92.5 FM.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Hey, Tom McManus here for Armstrong Fence Company, a locally owned First Coast business for nearly 20 years. Hurricane season is here, so don't wait for that first storm warning. Your fence is your first line of defense. Loose boards, weak posts, or damage can turn into big problems in high winds. Armstrong Fence Company handles repairs and builds from stadiums to your own backyard. Get a pre-storm fence check today. Call Armstrong Fence Company or search online. Armstrong Fence Company. Yeah, we did the fence.
I'm local attorney Rick Alexander. In my 30 years practicing law, I've learned you never want to choose money over health. It's always a bad deal. Unfortunately, when someone screws up and you get hurt, that choice is gone. Your only choice is whether you face the future with a lawyer or without one. If you're hurt because somebody screwed up, call me at the practice. The Alexander Law Practice, 904-400-6600, or alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwood Jewelers. Clayton, you have told us about the importance of cutting a diamond properly and how it relates back to beauty and value. But how do you judge the color of a diamond?
Frank, that's an important question when it comes to diamonds. You see, a man or a woman really have no color memory. Now, you can remember basic colors like blue or red, but considering we can see thousands of slight variations of the same color, you have to have a master color to relate these two. Anybody that's ever tried to match a paint color on a wall knows exactly what I'm talking about. So we judge the color of diamonds using a set of certified master diamonds from the American Gem Society. This is the only way you can really make an accurate call on the grade because these slight variations in color from colorless to very slight yellow have huge price differences.
That's at Underwood's, where diamonds are graded accurately in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Soccer fans, Michelob Ultra is going to pay somebody $90,000 to go to the FIFA World Cup 2026 final and bring the Superior Player of the Match trophy. Yes, I'm being serious right now. It's got some weight to it. This is the real thing, people. Michelob Ultra, $90,000. FIFA World Cup 2026 final. You watch the match, you get the honor of carrying the Superior Player of the Match trophy. That's a soccer fan's dream come true.
Enjoy the beautiful game with a cold Michelob Ultra, the official beer of World Cup 2026.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Tom McManus, RJ Saunders back at International Headquarters. Patrick Young hanging out with us live here at Lynch's Irish Pub in Jacksonville Beach, right across from the ocean. A fantastic place to come watch all the World Cup games. And once again, the tournament did kick off at 3 o'clock today. Mexico leads South Africa 1-0 as we are approaching the end of the first
Why
half.
doesn't South Africa get a little accent? You did it with Mexico.
I suppose
get your South African accent going.
I'm not as good as South
As
African
Mexico.
accent as Mexico.
Yeah.
That's right. United States, Mexico, and Canada all host countries this year. And so, going to get United States action underway tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. local time, which is Los Angeles, California, as the United States takes on Paraguay. We were just talking about flags.
Uruguay.
We were like,
Yeah.
"Where's
We're quizzing each other to see how many flags we
Yeah.
know.
I was like, I'm not as good as this game. same as some other people. All right, time now for the Pest of the Day, is always brought to you by our friends at Terminix. You can find them online at Terminix.com. That's TERMINIX.com. They do a fantastic job taking care of our house, as well as ViStar Ballpark, ViStar Veterans Memorial Arena, where I know several people will be going to see Chris Stapleton tonight, plus the ballpark hosting Thursday.
Oh, yeah, big time,
They
big
hosted
night.
the Gwinnett Stripers. If you don't have parking already for those things,
You might want to Uber.
Yeah, I recommend.
SOL.
Yeah, no, I recommend, sharing, or ride sharing is what I recommend at this point in time. So the Pest of the Day going to be, once again, the New York Knicks fans. Last night, according to reports, they tried to hit Victor Wembanyama with eggs.
Yeah.
With eggs?
How
Just
do you,
missed him.
At least one egg. A video showed it online. At least one egg tossed in the direction of him missed him. How do you get an egg?
I was
at
just about
Madison
to say
Square
that.
Garden?
No, he's outside his hotel.
Oh,
yeah, they were
he's
waiting for him at the
walking
hotel.
To egg him?
Yeah, they were trying to egg him.
Look, I would
Crazy
egg.
people. They
I'd
are so
egg Aaron
crazy.
Rodgers, so I can't really say anything.
Yeah, well, Aaron Rodgers has been like demonstrative to people and stuff. Wemby hasn't. If he was like,
Poor Wemby's like, hold on, I just got here.
was he like, is he flicking off the fans or something like that?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
He's like, yo, man, for France. What are you throwing that to me for? I don't
He
know.
is the face, obviously, of the Spurs right now, and the Knicks fans, we know they're out of
Yeah.
control.
They
So
don't
I
care.
forgot that it was outside of the hotel.
Here's what San Antonio should do,
Yeah.
though. So what they should get, you know those branding iron things they use for steer? Just heat one of those things up and just stand there with it. Be like, you want to mess around? This is what we do in Texas. We brand people.
What are they branding them with? Spurs?
No,
Or,
just not, yeah, right. Just a spur thing. Yeah, there you go.
Texas
Just
forever.
burn them. Just burn their skin. That'll teach her a lesson.
But
Throw
that
an
is
egg at me.
okay. That's awful, though. I feel like
That's crazy.
we've talked about it on here. You can be chippy and mess with people, and you see that there's a crossing the line. Obviously, we've talked about people talking about someone lost their mom and people are yelling comments about that.
No,
Like
right.
there's certain lines you don't cross, and you were talking about it. I think it was yesterday, Tommy, where you're like, it's a sport. Like it doesn't have to be like we don't have to fist fight because your team lost this game.
Yeah, you're not
and then
even
now you're
in it. That's what I don't get. You're not in it. Like if you're in it, I can see the emotion. Maybe you let the get the like last night when Pinky. I call him Pinky because he broke his pinky. Williams, right?
Mitchell Robinson?
Robinson. I'm close.
Pinky.
I call him Pinky. He took. He went above what he should have. I get that. I mean, the guy was talking smack. He worked him. He worked him to the hole. He did, and then he's like talking to him. And he's like, all right. Here's a chicken wing. I hope you like that, But that I can understand.
I don't know. That was a full-fledged
fans.
turkey wing. That was a full-fledged, man. Just like,
He came, yeah. He came.
Or if the players, because we saw obviously here was the Seattle player climbing up into the stands, and then the Jags fans kind of retaliated.
Yeah, right.
You're protecting yourself.
That's
at that
different,
point.
I think the reason that the players don't end up fighting more often, honestly, whether it's basketball, football, they're exosted. Like if you've put your full, I mean, if Jalen Brunson's playing over 40 minutes in a game, he doesn't have the energy to then go and
Fight
try and
somebody.
fight someone. Plus, he's only 6'2", and
Yeah.
everybody else is pretty much bigger
Try
than
to
him.
fight in full pads.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you don't get anywhere.
Right,
And
or
you
it's
don't get
just-
tired.
What do you think? Wait, how stupid do you think the guys are that take their helmets off?
Never. You should never take your helmet
that's
off.
a
Do you remember Aaron Donald going back into the game after the game? He put his helmet on. No shoulder pads, but he brought his helmet. He's like, I'm bringing my
And
helmet.
he grabbed that guy's face
He
mask
did, yeah.
so hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
My goodness.
But you get those things. Like when Trent Williams punched, was it Sherman? He hit Sherman, remember? And Sherman's, he's like, I'm going to punch your face. Sherman's like, well, then hit me in the face. He goes,
He said, okay.
after the game. Like, you can understand that kind of thing. But
they
for
have control
fans,
over
I don't
it.
get the fan.
I
don't
did want
get
to
the
mention one Jaguars note. We will be back out there on Monday for the 7th OTA. The final one we'll be able to see as far as media is concerned. Practice will go from 9:15 to 10:40 a.m. At 10:45, Liam Cohen will speak and Trevor Lawrence will speak. And then some other players, of course. The 1010XL people do a fantastic job. All of our co-hosts as far as interviewing players, and obviously all the ones today already up on the 1010XL social channels. It'll be like that on Monday too. But that's pretty much our last time we get to see them until training camps.
Well, I think, and we'll probably talk about it more next week, but the storylines are that Trevor and Brian Thomas Jr. look good deep downfield. They're taking a lot of shots downfield.
Jabbar
Muhammad's making plays. I think Zach Durfee's going to be really interesting. I like his get-off. He's got some moves. He's a really good athlete, they say. Almost freakish kind of athlete.
Yeah.
6'4", 260. We'll see what he can do, but looking
Project
forward to that.
X.
Yeah.
How do you
But,
at this point in the season just stay like locked in? I mean,
Stay healthy.
we're not in the right. You're salivating and probably wanting to hit guys right now, and let alone if you're like Travis Hunter, who missed a good amount of the season. And we're months away.
Yeah.
You want to keep that fire, but we don't need 200% right now.
Yeah.
But also we don't need to be half-assing it either.
Right.
And they're definitely not half-assing it, that's for sure.
No, and look, did you see where Tampa got an OTA taken away? They were too physical. So too many guys on the ground. I guess they saw them on video, and then I know the league. I guess they do that now, right?
they
So
do.
if you go too physical. So look, it's still physical out there. I mean, it's not like they're not touching each other.
Yeah.
You'll still have bruises in your shoulders and your arms from people hitting you and grabbing you and all that. So it's not like, you're playing patty cake out there.
No,
but it's not pads.
Yeah,
it's
for
not
sure.
pads. And like we've said all week, look, wide receiver DB, pads or no pads, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, game on.
When you're doing one-on-one coverage, not against the run where you block it and got to hit the mat.
Yeah.
But when you're doing a pass route, he's got to cover you. It don't matter if they're in just cleats and shorts. You know what I mean? This is a very competitive thing, so you get a lot out of that during the OTAs. It's just like the backs. Like today I saw Jack Heiser come up. It's what you do. You tap the guy, around his waist, say, I would have made that tackle. You don't make the tackle. Sure. The question is, would have you made it or would he have bounced off you? You don't know because you're not in pads doing it. So you could do that. That's one thing. Like some guy, and I'm not saying Jack, I'm just saying a lot of guys, like some guys, during these times, they'll make plays all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pads come on and you don't see them. And you're like, okay, so you're one of those players, right? You make plays when it's not physical.
Yeah.
You look good in space. You can run. You can get to the ball. You can do that. But then the pads come on, and then you can't get to the ball.
Yeah.
So then you see that. That's the equalizer right there.
That's a good point.
Well, this next guy we're going to talk to always made plays.
Oh, yeah, he's playmaker.
The 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Hayes Carline joins us now. Hayes, what did you think of the final day of mandatory minicamp?
Yeah, it was good to be out there again. It was really cool what Liam said about Trayvon Walker dominating, because that's he wasn't necessarily asked about Trayvon and just talked about, in general, the work that they'd gotten done and then singled him out. So, it was good. It didn't – today, Brenton Strange had an unbelievable catch towards the sideline. But for the most part, it was, I'd say, pretty good give and take on both sides, but nothing in terms of probably the seemingly the spectacular plays that were out there yesterday, especially from BTJ. But it was clean. I mean, there weren't, a lot of drops. The ball wasn't on the ground a lot. So, it looked like consistent, good work like we've seen. But I'd say more steady in the 11-on-11 stuff that we saw. But yeah, it was a good day being out there. We'll certainly look forward to being out there on Monday. And then, we'll basically the players will be on summer break. That'll be a lot of fun because we know when that's over, training camp is here. So we'll break all of that down coming up on the Frangie Show. I had a chance to catch up with Trayvon after practice, so we'll play that interview sometime in the 5 o'clock hour. At 4:15, Pete Prisco will join us to talk all things Jags. We probably won't talk a ton of NFL with Pete because he's been out here all week. So we'll get probably all of his Jaguar observations or keep it more to a Jaguar-centric conversation and, see all the great stuff that Pete has unearthed in his time here. So should be a fun Frangie Show coming up.
Sounds good. And then last night's game, I'm sure you'll get to that as well in a Loser Monday update.
That's correct. All coming up on the Frangie Show.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Hayes. And a reminder, know the lead tomorrow. There will be a Frangie Show tomorrow live from the Old School Kingfish Shootout Captains Meeting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, down in St. Augustine.
Yeah, man.
So, looking
Time of
forward
year.
to that.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah.
I have one more note before we let Patrick Young go, too, because someone on the text line brought to you by Lifetime Enclosure said Patrick knows how rowdy fans can get. He played basketball in Greece, and those rivalry games get heated. Eggs would be the nicest thing they throw over there.
Eggs would be nice. Coins, batteries. season, my only season in Turkey, we played against a Serbian team, and they were throwing pig's feet.
Oh, my.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Well, we so appreciate your
Hopefully
time
not
here
right
with
off
us
the
today.
pig's body,
Yeah.
but
We
who
will
knows?
not-
right up.
Who knows? I don't know.
We will not be throwing any pig's feet at you. We
Thank
appreciate you hanging out with
Thanks,
us
of
today.
course.
For Taylor Dahl, Tom McManus, RJ Saunders, I'm Lauren Brooks. These heels are made for talking. We will talk to you tomorrow, but don't go anywhere. The Frangie Show is next. And thanks again to Lynch's Irish Pub.
And that's just